Ladies and gentlemen, episode number 447, live. Welcome to our first Slamboree Fallout show, first of three. And man, oh man, do we have a smoking hot card tonight. 9 matches on the docket. We have 5 championships on the card, and we've got some faction wars, tag team matchups, and some epic one-on-one contests. And we are also introducing 2 brand new matchup types tonight. We're going to be introducing the Crimson Lockdown, and the in addition to the Crimson Lockdown, we're also going to have a Crimson Eliminator matchup. So we've got a couple new match types starting tonight, and we're going to see some epic in-ring action tonight for the first of 3 post-Slamboree Fallout shows. We're going to get things started here in just a little bit, but before we get started on the show, of course, we're going to have a quick look at the dirt sheet, see what's going on in the world of pro wrestling. And before we do that, I'm actually going to get my dashboard open so I don't get blindsided by one of our villainous community members. Give me a moment while I do that. You'd never know. Expect the unexpected is my rule of thumb, especially when live at the Archiverse TV. Doesn't even matter if it's here on Twitch or over at the Shark Tank on YouTube. They try to create acts of villainy everywhere. It does not matter, so I need to know what's going on at all times. All right, there we go. Okay, so again, this is the first of 3 post-Slamboree Fallout shows. We've got 5 championships on the line tonight, 9 matches, faction wars, some great tag team matches, some epic one-on-one contests, including the debut of 2 new match types. So it's going to be a very exciting evening tonight. Again, the 2 match types we're going to be introducing tonight, the Crimson Lockdown and the Crimson Eliminator. So it's going to be a very interesting evening, and we also have 2 world champions defending their title tonight. Elijah Archer going to be defending his title against Joe Lincoln, and of course, Sinister Fiend putting her title on the line against the current double world champion, who's looking to become just the 2nd ever in Archiver's history Triple Crown world champion in the Diamond B. Jackson Honeybee. She is currently the reigning defending YTD Academy Grand Prix Women's Wrestling Champion and, of course, the WCW Women's World Champion. So if she completes her campaign tonight against one of the most feared women on the roster and the current Archiver's Women's World Champion, She-Fiend, Sinister Fiend, she will go down in the history books as just the 2nd ever person to do that. The first person, of course, the Diamond Ashley Marie, a member of the Wolfpack Gals, and of course a member of the Wolfpack. She became the first person in Archiver's history, not just first female competitor, first person in Archiver's history to become a Triple Crown world champion. Tonight, Honeybee looking to do the exact same thing, looking to become not just the 2nd person, but back-to-back women becoming Triple Crown champions. Also an awesome feat. So it's going to be an interesting evening. You better hang on and fasten up your seatbelts because we are going to kick things into overdrive tonight, starting with the first match of the night. But before we get there, again, we're going to have a look at the dirt sheet, see what's crack-a-lackin', see what's going on in the world of pro wrestling. So I'm going to have a look at that right now. Let's see what's shaking. There's got to be all kinds of things swirling by now. Royal Rumble was Sunday. Monday Night Raw just happened. There's got to be stuff going on. So let's have a look. So here's something from WrestlingHeadlines.com by Mark Middleton. Backstage update on Ronda Rousey's WWE status for WrestleMania 39. And Natalya's return. But I mean, does it matter when Natalya returns? Don't get me wrong. I love Natalya. She's a member of the Hart Foundation. She is a fantastic wrestler. But they never do anything decent with her. It drives me absolutely up the wall. One of the best wrestlers in the world is Natalya, but never gets to showcase her talents to the fullest because she's never put in decent storylines. As a singles competitor, she's never given any kind of a push. Now, I don't know if maybe that's by choice. I don't know. We don't know. It's not like we've ever heard her complain about it or anything like that, so we really don't know. I don't know why somebody would choose not to do that, but I mean, she's only had two women's championships in her tenure? That's absolutely absurd and crazy. But anyway, so it says Ronda Rousey is set to work WWE's WrestleMania 39. Rousey was not at the Royal Rumble and has not been on SmackDown since dropping the SmackDown Women's title to Charlotte Flair on the December 30 episode. There's been a lot of talk of speculation on her WWE future due to the absence. But now, word now is that she's headed back to the storylines. A new report from PW Insider notes that Rousey is set to be worked back into the storylines next month for her WrestleMania 39 plans. At last word, Rousey likely will not make her return until late February. There is no word yet on what Rousey is booked to face at WrestleMania, if Shayna Baszler is involved, and if she will wrestle at Elimination Chamber, which is scheduled for Saturday, February the 18th.
To watch the very best in fantasy wrestling excellence with the Army of the Elite.
Just going to have a quick look at the chat room here before I continue that article. Glenola in the house. What's going on, Glenola? How's the great Glenola today? You feeling better today? Anger Issues TTV. What's going on, Anger? What's everybody doing tonight? It's new and exciting. All right, so anyways, on a related note, Natalya is returning to the road for WWE this week, and she'll be working the SmackDown brand. Natalya made her in-ring return at the Royal Rumble last Saturday night after being on the shelf since November following surgery for a broken nose. She entered the Women's Royal Rumble at number 11 and lasted just over 3 minutes before being tossed out by Damage Control as the fifth elimination. Natalya did not eliminate any other superstars in the Rumble. All right, so Natalya's returning, and Ronda Rousey is hitting the storylines again. All right, so here's something else from wrestling headlines. This time by Joey G. So Kota Ibushi officially a free agent and has major interest from several companies. So we reported earlier today, that top industry superstar Kota Ibushi would be competing at the GCW collective events this spring in Los Angeles. A surprising announcement, as many assumed Ibushi was still under contract with New Japan Pro Wrestling. However, that no longer seems to be the case. According to Fightful Select, the former IWGP World Heavyweight Champion is now officially a free agent and no longer under contract with New Japan Pro Wrestling. This news comes months after Ibushi was fined for airing some public issues he had with the promotion, not to mention him missing nearly a year of action due to injury. The report also states that Ibushi has major interest from several companies now that he is a free agent, which includes full-time deals and one-off appearances. It doesn't appear, however, that Ibushi will be signing any type of deal anytime soon, as he looks to explore his free agency and take work as it comes. As for New Japan Pro Wrestling, the report reveals that he was dealing with an unspecified significant private matter, one that New Japan Pro Wrestling wanted to work through. This apparently led to a souring of Ibushi's relationship with the promotion, one that he's called him, I think that's supposed to say he's called home for quite a while. It actually says he's called him for quite a while, but I can read between the lines there.
Whenever
so that's
you
interesting.
Want to use it. Maybe to get coffee for the
Here's something from WrestlingNews.co. Andrew Ravens. Thank you for the break time noise, Chloe. Appreciate that. Feeling better. I have to be up real early tomorrow, so I'm getting ready for bed. Gonna leave a lurk. I will let you know. I will let you know newest update. Okay. All right. Sounds good, Glenola. Whenever you want to use it, maybe to get coffee. No, I'm not even reading that. I refuse to read that. I know what that's going to say. I'm not even going to finish it. Matter of fact, I'm going to pretend you said nothing at all. How dare you?
Glenola, it doesn't take a hero to order
all
men
right.
into battle. It takes a hero to be one of those men who goes into battle.
So anyways, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn were among the many people in attendance to pay their respects to the late Jay Briscoe. The late wrestler passed away earlier this month after being in a car accident minutes from his home in Laurel, Delaware. The funeral was streamed on the Laurel School District YouTube channel on Sunday afternoon while speaking on Wrestling Observer Radio. Dave Meltzer noted Owens and Zayn flew out to Delaware right after working Saturday's WWE Royal Rumble. There's so many people who came in from all over the country. I mean, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn flew in from the Royal Rumble straight there. They were out. When did the Rumble end? Eastern time. The Rumble ended after midnight, right? It ended at 12:20 a.m. Eastern. They were in San Antonio They were in Delaware, which probably doesn't have an international airport, so you're probably flying in there for something that's started at 1. Meltzer noted that while there were plenty of wrestlers there, most of the people who attended the funeral were from the community. And that's actually all there is on that article. Here's something from ringsidenews.com. I'm having issues getting my... There we go. Couldn't get my dashboard to stay open for a minute there. I was like, what the hell's going on here? Anyways, here's something from ringsidenews.com by Manic Aftab. And it says, Logan Paul's co-host botches Cody Rhodes' interview by saying Lana Rhodes is his sister. What? Okay, I got to read this. So anyways, Cody Rhodes got the biggest win of his career to date when he won the 2023 Men's Royal Rumble match. The American Nightmare went the distance and last eliminated Gunther, who set a new record at the Rumble to win the big match this past Saturday at the Alamodome. Cody Rhodes popped his eardrum during the illustrious return at the January 28th Premium Live event. Rhodes recently recorded a new record of Impulsive with Logan Paul and his co-hosts. Paul joked he was not mad at Cody Rhodes for eliminating him at the Rumble because he joined him on the podcast. During the interview, Mike Maljic, one of the co-hosts, brought up the American Nightmare's wrestling family. However, Mike botched the question big time by saying that Cody Rhodes and former adult film star Lana Rhodes were siblings. For those wondering, Cody's real full name is Cody Garrett Runnels Rhodes, and he bears no connection whatsoever to the former adult entertainment star, whose real name is Amara Maple. Mike Maljic, on the other hand, was once in a relationship with Lana. Cody Rhodes will challenge Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship at WrestleMania 39. The match was made official last night on WWE Raw. Stay tuned to Ringside News for more from the world of pro wrestling. If you want to go there and check it out and keep updated, that is.
The new jackpot number for a chance.
All right, so next on the docket here is Tony Khan explains his new process for booking shows. Oh, fuck. Do I even want to read this? And how it helps keep him more organized. What? Organized? What is organized? What is organized about an AEW program? What? Chaotic organization? Because what can we define? Does anybody have a dictionary by them just so they can quickly pop that mofo open and let's define organized, shall we? Can we please define organized? That is a very amusing statement coming from Tony Khan, in my opinion. But anyways, I got to read this now. I do have to read it. It's WrestlingHeadlines.com, and it is Joey G. Of course it's Joey G. Tony Khan has been booking wrestling storylines since he was a kid, and his new method has helped him remain more organized than ever before. How has he been... Never mind, I don't want... The AEW president spoke on this topic during his recent appearance on Mark Maron's WTF program, where he explained exactly how this slight change has made booking AEW and ROH much easier for him. Check out highlights below if you want to come to the website and check the article out for yourself. So diving into it, on the process for booking and how he slightly altered it, he says, I had a process. I already had a schedule of what I planned week to week, and different stories, different matches and segments. At some point, I just inverted it. I realized I should tip this over. Instead of looking at the dates and building it out, I kind of flipped what the column was and what the rows were, and put the columns where the rows were, and I now organize everything like this since full gear. And now I feel like I'm more organized, even though it's all the same information. It's just looking at it differently, and it really helps. Well, I'm glad he thinks he's organized. If that makes him sleep better at night, good for him. Says his new method has helped him become even more organized. I doubt that. But anyways, I was already doing that, and we kind of had that, but I had it the other way where it was looking at the shows, and I had where the columns were, and out here were the different wrestlers and stories. For some reason, and I don't know why, it shouldn't make a big difference flipping it. The flow working down the page, it looks a lot better and works a lot better. It's basically the same thing I was doing. I just flipped the page around, and it's helped me be even more organized. I mean, I call bullshit on that. Again, for me, it's amusing for him to say that, he's learned to become more organized and such because of how he's booking these shows. There's nothing organized about how he's booking the show. I mean, to be fair, I actually think, now, mind you, he's booking it less, so there's that, but ROH has been more interesting than AEW. So, but, again, I don't understand the term organized. I don't think AEW is organized at all. And I can't think of anything organized about it, to be fair. All right, just going to catch up with Chad here. And yo, Luke the Gooner! Today was my birthday. Well, happy birthday, Luke the Gooner. How was your day? Did you get showered with gifts and lots of good food? And how old are you today? How old is Luke the Gooner? 94 today. But yeah, happy birthday, sir. Hope you had a good one. But yeah, how old did you turn today? If you don't mind sharing. You can always lie to us and say you're 5. But anyways, I'll catch back to that in just a second. I'm going to move on with the dirt sheets here. All right, so here we go. I'm just going to bypass that last article. There was a little bit more information from it, but I don't want to read any more about how he thinks he's more organized. Here's something from Wrestling Headlines. And it was, again, published by Joey G. It says, Ric Flair comments on Rhea Ripley choosing Charlotte as her WWE WrestleMania 39 opponent. I mean, who else was she going to choose? You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with the other champion. Nothing wrong. But if you're going to go to the grandest stage of them all, and you just became the first woman in history to enter the Royal Rumble at number 1 and make it all the way through to the end and win, and you're going to the grandest stage of them all, at that point you have to top the Royal Rumble coast-to-coast win, number 1. So, number 2, the way to do that is you need to challenge the very best wrestler possible to bring out a great match in you and shine on that stage where you can become immortalized. Because they clearly are very behind Rhea Ripley, and they should be. And they should be. She's very good. She's become very good. I wasn't always a big fan of Rhea Ripley, I'll be honest. But she really honed her skills and did what she needed to do to get better, both on the microphone and in the ring. So, my hat's off to Rhea Ripley, and I was super excited that she went coast to coast. I thought that was awesome. First woman in history to do that. And probably, I can't see anybody doing that in the near future. But, so yeah, she's going to WrestleMania. She's going to challenge Charlotte Flair. Of course she's going to challenge Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair is who she should challenge. Charlotte Flair is the best wrestler in the world. Charlotte Flair is the champion. Charlotte Flair will take Rhea Ripley and put on a masterclass at WrestleMania. So it's going to be epic. I actually can't wait to see that match. That is going to be fantastic. And if the guys aren't careful, they might show up the men. If the guys are not careful, they might show up the men. I'll tell you that right now. But anyways, Ric Flair has reacted to Rhea Ripley choosing Charlotte Flair as her WrestleMania 39 opponent. This past Saturday, Ripley won the Women's Royal Rumble match where she entered at number 1 and outlasted 29 other superstars to punch her ticket at the Showcase of the Immortals. The Judgment Day member had come close at the 2021 Royal Rumble, but was the last competitor eliminated by that year's winner, Bianca Belair. Ripley's choices for WrestleMania 39 came down to Bianca Belair or Charlotte Flair, as well as whether she wanted to go after the Raw Women's Championship or the SmackDown Women's Championship. Ultimately, she decided to pick the Queen and renew a rivalry that dates all the way back to WrestleMania 36. The Nature Boy is excited for Ripley's choice and wrote the following on Twitter: to be the man, actually to be the woman, you have to beat the woman. He also shared a photo. You can't see it, but it's with both Charlotte Flair and Ripley from a night out on the town. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that match. And but I mean, again, who else was she? You're going to choose Charlotte Flair at the Showcase of the Immortals to put on that Masterclass match. It's the right choice. They've done really well with Rhea Ripley, and that is the right choice. My thing is, I really hope it's an opportunity here for Rhea Ripley to grab that brass ring. Grab that brass ring, and officially become one of the best of all time. She has that chance. She's earned the status, now she has to grab it. Can she grab it? I don't know if she can grab it. You know, sometimes you get to the big dance finally and you get to that spot and suddenly you choke. It doesn't happen in just regular organized sports. It happens in pro wrestling all the time. People botch matches. Some of the best wrestlers in the world will botch matches under some of the stress of the big pressure of those big shows. But I don't know. I hope she wins. I want to see her win the match and not just have gone coast to coast for the Royal Rumble, but successfully cashing in to become champion. And Luke the Gooner, are you just going to leave us hanging all night? Are you going to tell us how your birthday went, what you got for your birthday, what you had for supper, dessert, and whether or not you got any gifts? Come on, man. Like, we've been waiting for how long, sir? I mean, it is time you pony up and answer, Luke the Gooner. And don't you dare tell us that you got a Mickey James t-shirt for your birthday, because we all know you got that yesterday. Don't you be lying to us. Lie to your friends. This is ghastly. And, of course, instead of answering us, ladies and gentlemen, he is just simply ignoring us. He is ignoring us. That is ghastly. But anyways, all right. Yeah, I want to see Rhea Ripley win that match. I would really like to see her finally become officially one of the best in the world. And without a shadow of a doubt, if she manages to overcome the odds here and defeat Charlotte Flair, that happens for her. That happens for her. And let's be honest, I mean, everybody wants Charlotte Flair to break her father's record. Well, she needs another, 3 championships? So, I mean, if she loses the championship at WrestleMania, they can continue their rivalry that dates back to WrestleMania 36, carry it forward into SummerSlam. Maybe Charlotte Flair wins the title back, then maybe Rhea Ripley wins it back. I mean, they could do this all the way to next WrestleMania. And next WrestleMania, Charlotte Flair becomes then a 17-time women's world champion. But again, these people need to contact the host with the most of the late night place to be in the most must-see show on Twitch TV, the very best in fantasy wrestling excellence, bar none, period, and get somebody real behind that booking team of theirs. Somebody real behind the creative team, behind the stories that are coming into the woodworks that are, for the most part, absolute trash. It's a good thing there's a lot of talent putting on real good wrestling matches, because the stories have been absolute stank, disgusting. Stink, disgusting. I'll be honest, I'm even getting bored with the Bray Wyatt thing. Love Bray Wyatt. Super awesome to see him get the torch passed to him by The Undertaker, but it's boring the hell out of me. Please move forward. You know, do something interesting. Because I'll be honest, the Black Lights match, you know, interesting concept, could have been cool, but for me personally, I didn't get enough out of that match. I did not get enough out of that match personally. So, I don't know. I don't speak for anybody else. I just think they could have done more and better. And I also didn't like how weak LA Knight looked in that match. Now, I don't know if that's... maybe they're going to still continue this story and feud between Knight and Wyatt regardless of what happened. I don't know. We'll find out, right? We're gonna find out. But I don't like how to me they did LA Knight dirty at the Rumble. I don't know. I don't like it at all. So anyways, before I get the show on the go, because we have an epic show, 9 matches, 5 championship matches. We've got some epic in-ring action coming your way. We've got 2 world championship matches tonight. We got Honeybee looking to become a Triple Crown champion and join the one person on the docket that is also a Triple Crown champion and was the first person and only reigning defending of that status. The Diamond Ashley Marie, former Coalition member, now a member of the Wolfpack Gals to be exact, is the only person to achieve that. Honeybee looking to join her tonight. And then, of course, we have Elijah Archer defending his title for the second time against Joe Lincoln in a one-on-one match. And we are debuting 2 brand new matches tonight. We're going to be debuting the Crimson Lockdown and the Crimson Eliminator. So we have a lot on the go tonight. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to read this. Well, it's not the last one. We're going to have more from the dirt sheets, but I'm going to read this article, and then we're going to jump into the show and get things crack-a-lackin', ladies and gentlemen. So, here we go. So this is Mark Middleton, WrestlingHeadlinesNews.com, and it says, backstage news on Steve Austin turning down the offer to wrestle a match. Actually, it just says wrestle a match. It doesn't, I'm assuming WrestleMania, but I don't know. We're about to find out right now, I guess. So WWE Hall of Famer Steve Austin reportedly turned down a match at WrestleMania 39. As we've noted, WWE made offers to Austin for a potential WrestleMania match against Brock Lesnar or undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns. However, a new report from Wrestling Observer Radio notes that Austin turned down the option to wrestle at the big event in April. It was noted that Austin turned down the Lesnar and Reigns matches, but he probably could have named his opponent if he wanted to wrestle someone else. Austin still may appear at WrestleMania 39 for some sort of angle, but last word was that he turned down the idea of wrestling a match. WWE reportedly offered Austin the Lesnar match a few months back, and then the Reigns match more recently, but with the Reigns offer came a significant increase in pay. I don't know. See, for me, Austin came back, wrestled a great match, and I think that's where they should leave it. Right? I mean, how long was he out of the ring for at that point? And he came back and did that well, looked good. He had a good time, didn't get injured. You know, why press the button? You know, that luck button. I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to see Steve Austin wrestle again anymore. I mean, 15 years ago, 10 years ago even, yeah. But now I just think I would love to see him still be a part of the business in some capacity, but I don't want to see him wrestle. I don't want to see it because he's getting up there in age, and the chances of him getting injured, right, are greater than they ever have at this point. So, no, I don't want to see Steve Austin wrestle. I'd like to see him involved in storylines. Hell, Steve Austin is one of those dudes. Could you imagine? Here's an idea. Take Stone Cold Steve Austin and you team him up, him being a managerial type role, and you team him up with somebody like LA Knight and watch those two Rock segments on either Raw or SmackDown. Doesn't matter which, because they would completely blow the roof off the place. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't understand why they can't. They're just, But anyways, I could go on a big rant here, and I'm going to stop myself right now, because what we are going to do before we get into any more articles, before we get into the dirt sheets, and before we go into the lists for the evening, which I have 2 this evening, fantastic lists, you're really going to like them and enjoy them. But we are going to get episode number 447 at Crack-a-lackin' on the go and ready to rock and roll and get our tone-setting match of the night ready to rock and roll. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, episode number 447 live, the Archerverse Wrestle Wars Genesis. Let's go. And here we go, the first of 3 post-Slamboree Fallout shows. And by the way, Slamboree, what an epic event that was. The first big stream preview of 2023 for the Archiverse. 3 brands colliding like the Clash of the Titans for bragging rights, supremacy, championship gold. Just the simple thirst for blood in the fight. I mean, it was a tremendous, tremendous show. We had championship matches all night long. We had surprises along the way, new champions. I'm pretty sure neither rivalry that stepped foot into the building that night was resolved, but I'm pretty sure they did add plenty of fuel to that already fiery feuds that were happening. And what a night it was, though. Great evening. We had a lot of great people there to celebrate the first big stream preview of 2023. Slamboree was unhinged. Absolutely fantastic show. Now, our first Fallout show. The first of 3 post-Slamboree Fallout shows beginning right now. Our tone-setting match of the night is a banger. We've got D-Generation X taking on 3 members of the Coalition. Nick Aldis, the YTD Grand Prix Wrestling Champion Rock Roberts, and of course, from Team Snorhawk 64, it is Carlos Hawkins. The 3 are riding high, and they're going to try and take out DX. DX wants to take them down a notch and slingshot past them in the standings, in the rankings, if you will. Coalition going to do their best to make sure that does not happen. Now, it is the first match of the evening, the tone-setting match of the night, but there will be no betting lines until the championship rounds. The 3 final matches of the evening, just for a reminder. The only time we open up the betting lines for each match of the night is at a stream preview like this past Sunday night for WCW Slamboree. And again, what a night. Everything from the betting to the matches, to the stories, to the people. It was just a great night. And again, the Archiverse TV and his community thanks everybody for just the unwavering support and being there to have a good time. Now it is time for Wrestle Wars Genesis, and by the way, as of next week, we are going to fully rebrand to Wrestle Wars Genesis. We already have the new logo ready to roll. We're going to be having the arena redecorated, if you will, renovated for certain. So next Tuesday night, not only are we going to have our new rebranded arena, the Archiverse Wrestle Wars Genesis, we are also going to be celebrating episode number 450. Now, that said, this week, we are not going to be having a live YTD Academy show on YouTube. We are going to be doing dark matches this week instead of having a live show, because tomorrow night, we are going to be having ourselves a tournament to crown the brand new WCW European Wrestling Champion. Of course, we're going to be unifying 2 championships, the TNT Wrestling Championship and, of course, the new European Wrestling Championship. That way we keep history and lineage snug tight in the history books, and, of course, we just start off that European Championship with prestige. There's been a lot of great champions hold that TNT Championship, and there's going to be more great champions holding the European Wrestling Championship. It's going to be a great adventure. But tomorrow night we're going to have ourselves a Gold Rush tournament. And then, of course, after that, there'll be no show to the following Tuesday, episode number 450. It is going to be a great time. But tonight, Wrestle Wars Genesis. Then Friday night, we, of course, have WCW Starrcade, and that'll, of course, be the second of the 3 shows that are the post-Slamboree Fallout. And expect ruthless aggression come Thursday night. Or Friday night, sorry. But yeah, so tomorrow night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to go live with our Gold Rush tournament for the WCW European Wrestling Champions. So make sure you're around. It is going to be a great evening. Tournaments are always a blast. But that said, that is enough about then. Let's talk about now. D-Generation X versus the Coalition. Matchup number 1. Let's set the tone. Let's set it good. Let's go. It is showtime and go time. Yo, Infinitoni, what's going on, my friend? Welcome into the show, episode number 447. Our first of 3 post-Slamboree Fallout shows beginning tonight, going into tomorrow night, and then finally we cap things off on Friday before traveling all the way to the future. Up next Tuesday night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, episode number 450, the big 450 Infinite Oni. I noticed a certain name on the card there earlier. I have no idea what you're talking about, Infinite Oni. I don't know what you speak of.
Strength in numbers, it's as simple as that, and a lot of strength on display here.
You'll just have to watch, and they don't tell me the information. I have to wait like everybody else and see what the matches are as they happen, as they transpire, if you will. I guess we'll just have to wait and find out. Now, won't we? Absolutely. But anyways, Infinite Oni, what's new and exciting, my friend? By the way, Infinite Oni, did you add me to PSN yet?
Just got home from work.
Like, I can't recall if you did that or not, because you can always join the broadcast at some point. What's happening lately? I can't remember what's been going on. I can't remember if you've already done that or have not done that.
No, I didn't.
No, I didn't. I can, though. Okay, yeah. I mean, feel free not to do it right now. I don't need any goddamn notifications popping up on my screen.
But I don't have a headset right now.
I will have to ban Glenola. But I don't have a headset right now. No problem. I mean, just add me later. That way we can get you onto the broadcast booth. That way when you do have a headset, you're able to join the broadcast when you want to. That's it. That's all. What happened to your headset?
Sounds good. I never had one.
You have? Oh, you never had one. Really?
Not for the PS4.
Not for the PS4. I'm an Xbox guy. I used to be an Xbox guy. Just prefer PlayStation. Now, anyways. All right. So, anyways, yeah. I mean, so are you going to be getting a headset for the PlayStation anytime soon, or? I mean, if it's just simply to join the broadcast, if I were you, I would just go buy a cheap headset. You know what I mean? Buy one of those $15 headsets for the PlayStation, even if it's a single ear one. If that's literally the only use for it, for the PlayStation, is to join the broadcast from time to time, I wouldn't spend any kind of money, because you could get yourself a good one for the Xbox, right? So you don't really game on the PS4, yeah. Understandable. I mean, if you did decide to, though, I would simply go to Walmart and buy one of those cheap. I mean, they're like $19 here, so what are they there? What are they there? They'd be, what, 14, 15 bucks there? 12 bucks? I don't know. Buy it on Amazon, you might get it even cheaper. I mean, if you can get one for a few bucks, just like, again, just for the simple purpose of joining the broadcast from time to time, that's cool, but I wouldn't spend any kind of money on it. I would not spend, because you're an Xbox guy, so there's no point. That doesn't make any sense for you, right? Doesn't make any sense. Do you have a favorite? I mean, I know you're an Xbox guy and you don't really game on the PlayStation 4, but do you have any favorite PlayStation games?
Not really, no.
Really, no? Fair enough. Just figured I'd ask. All right, so, Infinite Oni, I'm going to get back into the dirt sheets here in a minute, and then, of course, I've got two fantastic lists for the evening as the show gets rocking and rolling, but
of course,
I'm going to take a quick trip to the facilities and grab myself a beverage, so I'm going to be right back. So enjoy the match while I'm gone. Try not to do anything villainous, and if you happen to catch any villainy, make sure I'm notified immediately so I can ban whoever it is. I mean, I haven't banned anybody in a while. I mean, it could be fun. We could team up, Oni. We'll team up and we'll ban somebody tonight. That's what we're going to do. That's going to be our objective That's our goal for the night. We're going to ban someone. But anyways, I'll be right back.
Yeah, this calls for a slightly more conservative strategy. Your teammate might not always be there to bail you out if you get into trouble.
That means each individual has to be ready to pick up the ball and win the match by themselves. As the leg trapped, fisherman suplex. Just breaking down the opponent. X-Pac got caught with a reversal. Whatever's playing here can't be good.
Wow, the power that takes is insane. Striking at will.
He's got him scouted. Legs caught. What's the biggest risk in a falls count anywhere match? I'd say a false sense of security. Oftentimes in a standard match, you can roll out of the ring when you're in trouble, but that's not the case here. You need to treat every setting like it's high risk.
Ruthless striking.
Tags him in.
Shoulder, elbow, all affected with that.
The new jackpot number 30 chance to win a channel redemption of your choices, 669. The number to win a YTD championship match is 0. Play. Infinitoni, your numbers are 6. 2. Interrupt Infinitoni. There are some amazing and fun channel rewards to choose from if you are the seed.
Tag made.
Coming in hot. Setting up.
Returned. All right. I see nobody's been eliminated yet, so the match is still going strong. So let's jump back into the dirt sheet here real quick. Oh, and by the way, Infinitoni, those numbers were changed, so those numbers are correct. So Honeybee won the last one on the last show. She won the Channel Redemption Reward, so those are brand new numbers. 632. So that puts you within the 50 points you need, Infinitoni. So if by the end of this show nobody beats your 632, you'll win the Channel Redemption Reward. The Channel Redemption Reward means you can choose any Channel Redemption of your choice, whether it be a championship match. You can ban somebody. I mean, you can do whatever you want, free of cost to yourself. And then if you were to win the other one, it is for a YTD Academy Championship opportunity. Anyways.
He's lost some of his win now.
All right, so wrestling headlines.com here. Mark Middleton article. Correction on the women's chamber match at WWE Elimination Chamber. So in a correction, apparently from last night, the Women's Elimination Chamber match at the upcoming WWE Elimination Chamber PLE Premium Live event will not feature Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair defending her title. Instead, The winner of the 6-woman chamber match will advance to WrestleMania 39 to challenge Belair for the title. We noted before how Asuka, Nikki Cross, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez are all official for the women's chamber match, as they were the final 4 women Royal Rumble competitors, besides winner Rhea Ripley, who will challenge SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 39. Next week's Raw will feature a fatal 4-way with Carmella versus Mia Yim versus Candice LeRae versus Piper Niven, which is a.k.a. Doudrop, for those that are still getting used to the new name, or, well, returning name, to determine the 5th chamber spot, and then the final spot will be determined at a later date. The 2023 WWE Elimination Chamber Premium Live event will air on Saturday, February 18, from the Bell Center in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Elimination Chamber match for the WWE United States title: Seth Rollins versus Johnny Gargano versus Bronson Reed versus Elias or Montez Ford versus Damian Priest or Angelo Dawkins versus Austin Theory. Elimination Chamber match for the Raw Women's title shot: Asuka versus Nikki Cross versus Liv Morgan versus Raquel Rodriguez versus Carmella or Mia Yim or Candice LeRae or Piper Niven. Versus to be announced, because the other one they said would be determined, the final spot would be determined at a later date.
Able to evade.
Alright, let's see what else is going on.
Triple H with a tag.
Here's something from WrestlingNews.co by Michael Schrute. And it's Cody Rhodes talks about judgmental legends, his torn pec, bloody footage shot during his surgery, and Hell in a Cell. So WWE Royal Rumble winner Cody Rhodes appeared on Logan Paul's Impulsive podcast today. Scroll down. If you go to the article, you can check out the full interview and highlights. But Cody Rhodes was talking about the view that some legends of the industry have on today's wrestling. He said there's some guys in the industry, legends, who are so judgmental on how we do wrestling because they made money. They did it. They were right. They drew interest. They got heat. They did it all right. They're committed to the idea that there's only one way to do it. What I found out is that however you do it, if the people are up, if they're reacting, if they're popping, or if they're on their feet, don't judge this. This is done right if they're entertained. Plus, the wrestling fan has evolved so much. Most of them are longtime fans. They've been sitting watching the same stuff. We've got to change. The NFL has changed. Sports have all changed. The game is fast. Then you hear these dudes. You'll hear people, oh, I'm old school, man. I meat and potatoes. 9 times out of 10, that means you're lazy. Like, buddy, you can do something. I'm all about the moments, too, so I believe it. But the moments and the moves, it's both. Cody on how his torn pec happened. He said the stupid thing was I've been wrestling since I was 15, is when I started pro training. No injuries. I felt bulletproof. Walked in the gym, flip-flops on, flip-flops in the gym, bad sign. Opened a cup of coffee, got on the bench, put on 295, didn't even warm up, was going for 4. The dude on the other side of the gym, Testosterone Phil, just me and this other dude. I have no idea who this man is. I don't know why he was grimacing at me, but I'm grimacing at him now. The plot thickens. He's doing his full CrossFit routine like he's taking up the whole jungle gym. It's just me and him in there. I'm going to show you, dude. I just unrack it and went right away. I felt that I didn't need to kick the weights off. They flew off. And then this dude who I've been having this moment with runs over. He says, hey, man, you okay? Cody talking about his surgery. He said they filmed my surgery for my documentary. Like super awkward. I mean, I'm in a gown. It's on backwards. You don't want to be filmed in these moments. Like, we could fake this later, right? I saw the footage that most people haven't seen because there's so much blood. Literally just blood squirting out of my chest. He's got that, the doctor's got that look like kitchen tongs, and he's just yanking the muscle back to the arm, and he's showing them because he's teaching as he goes. On him wrestling in the Hell in the Cell match with the injury, he said they were really cool, and I think it was something that Vince really knew I wasn't going to take no. I might have had to take a no, but I just didn't want to get to it. I had a great conversation with him, and he was really clear about it. Hey, man, if you're struggling out there, we got to call it. I said, all right. Well, it's a struggle always when you're wrestling Seth. It's a struggle when you're in Hell in a Cell. But I did understand that, and they let me finish. The referee in the ring, Spider, that's his nickname, because he talked to me the whole time because I was just on Planet Z. I was in shock still because, you know, shock, puke, when you feel like you're going to vomit, you break a bone or whatever. I hit something up front, I sat right up, and it looked like I sat up for the camera shot. I sat right up. Here it comes, I'm going to throw up, and they're going to instantly ring the bell. I think if I would have thrown up, they would have been okay, because people like watching a car wreck, but, you know, there is a limit to it.
Tag is registered.
Jake the Snake Roberts says Vince McMahon helped Scott Hall, but he didn't help Kamala, and that just rubs me the wrong way. It's another WrestlingNews.co article by Michael Schroot. So this week on the Snake Pit podcast, WWE Hall of Famer Jake the Snake Roberts took some fans' questions. Topics include fights with fans, Jake's relationship with Vince McMahon, flying with Ronnie Garvin, Jake's favorite TV shows, and several other topics. Jake was asked if a wrestler bringing a snake or other animal to the ring today would help them like WWE did in the 80s. He said, I don't think they're being missed, and I don't think with today's character that it really works. He said the characters don't come across as strong as their counterparts would be. They're not going to let a snake back in the ring. Televisions won't allow it. We found that out in AEW. I put it on Rhodes' wife. I crawled all over myself, and I had to be sure that when I crawled on top of her that I didn't touch her. They said, don't do it, man. TV won't allow it. TBS would not allow it. We got the snake out, and they were really pissed off that we used a snake. I guess they told us that wasn't going to be allowed, but we tried to do it anyways, and they came down hard. They talked about spending the money to come up with a mechanical one, which was going to be really expensive to have a snake move like a snake and come up with and open its mouth and all that shit. It was pointed out that Tony Khan is around the same age Vince McMahon was when McMahon and WWE was first taking off. Jake was asked what the similarities and differences were between the two at this age. He said, well, it wasn't Vince's kindness. Tony Khan is very kind. They're completely two different animals. They really are. Vince was a guy that surrounded himself with people that knew what the fuck to do, whereas Tony Khan already knows what the fuck to do. He's much wiser as far as the wrestling business goes, way more than Vince McMahon. He can quote you stuff from 30 years ago and give it to you move by move. He's an amazing, amazing man. I don't know that I've ever met anybody smarter than him. I really don't think I have. Jake was asked what his relationship with Vince McMahon was like. He said it's not there. He said you can't have a relationship with Vince McMahon. He's not going to let you get that close to him. He said, I think he respects me and I respect him. Vince did a great thing for wrestling, but he could have done it a whole lot better if he would have just been more fair, if he would have paid the guys better, if he would have taken care of the guys after they got busted up. That's my bitch. You're a big billionaire and you got guys rotting and dying needing help. You know, the worst was probably Kamala, who desperately needed help. He made Vince a lot of fucking money. He was a big draw. I do know that Vince helped Scott Hall, but he didn't help Kamala, and that just rubs me the wrong way. Jake talking about an incident with Fabio at an autograph signing years ago. So I got rid of him one time. We were at a signing back-to-back. There was a curtain between us. I probably had 300 people in line. They had paid him big money to come in. Big money. His lawyer flew with him. His agent flew with him, his whole entourage. I'm over there. I've got, like I said, 300 people. He's got like 20 women. I poked my head through and said, hey, man, when are they going to let your crowd in? And he looked at me and then his manager and said, You need to get on your side of the curtain. This is Fabio, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, no problem. I couldn't take it. I fucking got the bag, got the snake out, went through the curtain and put the snake on him. He screamed and ran like a little girl and refused to come back. It got me in a lot of trouble, and he threatened to sue me.
Continuing to work on the
That's pretty funny. That doesn't surprise me about Jake the Snake Roberts, so to be fair. Doesn't surprise me at all. If I was to succeed, I know what I'm choosing, and that would be what do you think you would choose if you were to succeed?
A championship match.
Which one? I mean, there's technically 3. I mean, you could challenge for a YTD Academy match. Against Honeybee for the WCW Women's Championship. Nice. That'd be a good match. January versus Honeybee for the WCW Women's World Championship.
We'll slide back in the ring now.
And would you be doing that in, like, the near future, or would you be waiting until the next stream preview? But either way, that'd be an interesting matchup. Very intriguing. I've quite enjoyed watching the development of January so far. We already know that Honeybee's got the goods. That you don't know? Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, but they've never fought in the Archiverse before. I haven't seen any of their, maybe one of their previous matches. Yeah, no. All right. So at some point we will be having a co-host join us. Boss Apollo, I believe, is joining at some point. I believe he was just traveling home from work, so I'm not sure exactly at what point he will be coming live with us. But anyways, in the meantime, I may as well get back to the Dirt Sheets and see what else is crack-a-lacking there. I do have a USB mic that can work on my PS4. Oh, I didn't even know they had USB mics for PS4. Oh yeah, I guess because there's singing games, right? So there would have to be. Yes, indeed. I haven't seen one in a long time though. Oh really? Interesting. Very interesting. I didn't know that. I did not know that. All right. So, anyways, never tested it though. No. Well, you could give it a shot. See how it sounds. All right. So Booker T made a quote. This is another WrestlingNews.co article by Michael Schroed, but Booker T made a quote. He said, "I would rather be jobbed out by Gunther than Gunther be jobbed out by me any day of the week," is what Booker T said about Gunther. So it says, WWE Hall of Famer talked about the WWE Royal Rumble, including his own entry into the men's match. Booker said, "I want to thank everybody in the arena at the Alamodome for showing the old man some love. It was off the chains. It was electrifying. It was pandemonium. It was unbelievable. I got to thank all those guys that were in the Royal Rumble for just letting me participate and getting to go back in and see what that feels like just one more time and just walk that aisle. I must say it was an awesome, awesome time."
Very nice.
On how this came about, he said, "I was sitting at the table at the kickoff show, and I got a text message. It was the invite telling me, 'Book, you're in the Rumble.' I'm old school. I went down into the Winnebago. Something told me to bring your gear. Make sure you are ready, just so you don't have to get ready. Stay ready." And boom, there it was. Text message came through. and said, okay, here we go. I think Rey Mysterio went down, and I think they had to fill that spot. And, of course, he was the one they chose to fill that spot. Booker talking about seeing some comments that he got jobbed out in the Rumble. He said Gunther did an awesome job making history as well. That guy is going to be a major player here for WWE for a long time. It was my honor to do the favor for him. I see people like stupid people saying Booker got jobbed out. Let me just say this. I want to say this publicly just so everybody can hear. I would rather be jobbed out by Gunther than Gunther be jobbed out by me any day of the week. And that's nice to see a legend say, because a lot of the legends, when they come back, they want to make sure they have that, comfy spot. I mean, look at Goldberg. He's had 2 Universal Championships. I mean, why is that? You know what I mean? Why is that? I don't. He was a big deal at one point, and a lot of people were happy to see him in the WWE. I mean, it's not like it bothered me to see him in the WWE, but I don't really think he's ever. I don't think he should have ever wore the belt. I don't think that a mid-card title, sure, no problem. Tag team championship, okay. But the top prize in the business, no, that shouldn't have happened. All right. So it looks like Samoa Joe commented on Michael Cole being released twice by WWE. It's another Michael Schroot article, WrestlingNews.co. So Renee Paquette, welcome to ROH World Television Champion, a.k.a. the King of Television. Samoa Joe as her guest on the sessions. Samoa Joe was asked what kind of advice he gives wrestlers who don't have a lot of experience wrestling on TV. He said, I think gauging your thoughts behind eliciting reactions from the crowd and how to get it rather than just worrying about the minute of what you're doing. Like, not worrying about the details, but worrying about the destination is kind of what I'm getting at here. I feel like a lot of guys are really stuck on the technicality of what they're doing and not the reason why they're doing it. I think that's my biggest advice I would offer to anybody in AEW or WWE. It's awesome that you can do it, but why are you doing it? I think just bring that essence of reality to having a reason for everything you do. I hate the term less is more. I think it's kind of an open invitation to really be lazy, but I love saying get the most out of everything you do. I think it's a better way of saying that.
Can this ref even count the 3? And now the question runs in the
looks like X-Pac was eliminated. So it is now 2-2. Because, of course, Rock Roberts was eliminated earlier. It is down to Nick Aldis and Carlos Hawkins for the Coalition. Nick Aldis bleeding just above that right eye. It's been one hell of a battle. And they are still going strong. Still going strong. All right, so January 31st article, Wrestling News, Andrew Ravens this time. It says The Rock has left the door open for WWE WrestleMania match next year. I did say that I think Cody Rhodes will wrestle for the WWE Championship and Reigns will keep the Universal Championship, and at this point, I mean, why not? He's been champion far too long to just snatch it now. So if he could just carry that all the way till next WrestleMania and face The Rock. Anyways, so although The Rock's status for WrestleMania 39 is not set in stone, he won't be wrestling, as has indicated to WWE that he doesn't feel like he has enough time to get into the kind of shape he feels he needs to be in a match against Roman Reigns. While speaking on Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer noted Rock has left the door open to do a match at WrestleMania 40 next year, the 40th anniversary. WWE has already confirmed Reigns will defend his undisputed WWE Universal title against Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 39, although I think that will change. Like I said, I think it'll come down to one title or the other, but And at that point, obviously, to be the WWE Championship. But the same goes for... WWE's already confirmed that Reigns will defend that title against Rhodes. The same goes for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Could be there in some way or some fashion. There are people going, oh, don't you think it's a swerve? They keep saying it's not a swerve. I've been told this for a while. There's always maybe, it's like a secret, like the Pat McAfee thing, right? Royal Rumble surprise return. Pat McAfee kind of shocked everybody. We're kind of past that point. Cody Rhodes won the Rumble. He's getting the championship match. It ain't Dwayne anymore. Dwayne's not wrestling anybody else unless it's a 3-second match. He did not feel that he had the time to get into the shape he needed to be in at WrestleMania Caliber main event, and he has left the door open for next year, according to Dave Meltzer. All right, so, yo, Joe Link. What's going on, Joe Link? Welcome in. Appreciate you stopping by. What's new and exciting, Joe Link? What's crack-a-lackin'? Here's crack-a-lackin' Joe Link. Work has been crazy busy. Any specific reason for that? There we go. That is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the match, Nick Aldis, Carlos Hawkins, and Rock Roberts. They are the Coalition. And they are your victors. They just picked up a big W over Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and X-Pac, D-Generation X. Big win for the Coalition.
Superstar. Today,
and Rock Roberts, even though he was eliminated first, right back out there to join his partners in crime and celebrate the victory for the Coalition. All right, here we go. Next match of the night. Here we go. Tag team matchup. And look at this. We have the Street Profits challenging the Wolfpack. And it looks like Robodex no longer in existence. Tonight we got Carino, Sinister, Farmer, and Tudex in the house representing the Wolfpack Horsemen. Street Profits versus the Wolfpack Horsemen is next. All right. Today, Joe Link is Roman Reigns. He is the Tribal Chief. I don't know who I am. Let's find out, shall we? Let's see.
Superstar.
Beth Phoenix. Of course I'm Beth Phoenix, for fuck's sake. Hey, look at that. It's 666 up the top of the screen there. Interesting. All right. Infinite only said okay. Okay, what okay? What's okay? I don't know what's okay. All right, here we go. Without further ado, the Street Profits versus the Wolfpack Horsemen. Let's go. Showtime and go time.
Been trying to tell you.
Oh, you've redeemed an opportunity. Okay, hold on. Well, I can't see those I can't see the redeems if I'm reading articles, so it's. I would have seen it eventually. I haven't scrolled up on the chat yet. Oh, there we go. Honeybee for the Women's Grand Prix title. All right.
The following contest is scheduled for...
Now, Infinite Oni, if you want to go to the Discord and just put that in YTD Academy requests and put redeem beside it. That way I know it's priority.
You're looking at a team that delivers a tag clinic every time they compete, but tonight might be their best lesson yet.
All right, here's another article from WrestlingNews.co. Andrew Ravens again. And it says Nia Jax might not have signed a new deal.
Together we will grow
I mean,
strong
personally, I don't know if a lot of people even care if she does or doesn't. So there's that. I mean, I'm not going to lie to anybody. I've never been a big Nia Jax fan. I don't know if any of you guys are. I don't dislike her or anything. It's not like I would turn the channel if I saw her wrestling, but I just never been a big fan. She's never really did anything for me to invest in her as a female performer. But anyways, let's see what they have to say. Anyways, says despite Nia Jax making her return to WWE at this past Saturday's Royal Rumble event, where she worked the 30-woman Royal Rumble match, she may not be under contract. Jax appeared as the 30th entrant in the bout before being eliminated when everyone tossed her out of the ring at the same time. Following her WWE departure in 2021, Jax has mostly stayed away from the wrestling world. Once she returned at the Rumble, the assumption was she was back for good. However, that might not be the case. Jax is advertised by her real name for her appearance at the big horror event on March 10 and March 11. As seen below, the graphic states formerly known as Nia Jax, implying she is not allowed to use the WWE ring name because she's not under contract. Also, her profile on WWE.com is still in the alumni section, unlike Chelsea Green, who also returned to the company at the Rumble. It's always possible that this is an old graphic, as it was released the night of the Rumble, and she is signed with WWE, with the company is letting her finish out her commitments. I mean, as they should. I mean, I think that wrestlers should be able to have other commitments anyways, right? Sure, they're under contract, but they're not. They're also considered freelance workers, or you know, like they don't. They're basically subcontracted, if you will. As long as it's not going to interfere in any important dates that should come first. I mean, you were contracted by WWE first, but as long as that doesn't, you know, as long as none of your commitments interfere with that business, that it shouldn't matter. You should be able to go and do autograph signings and whatever else you need to for other promotions and or other companies that are putting on these events. But I don't know.
669, the number to win a YTD championship, skipping the rest.
All right, so let's see what else is going on, if anything.
Incredible pressure. High risk.
Seth, so here's something from about an hour ago. RingsideNews.com by Subberjeet Mukherjee. It says Seth Rollins spoke his true feelings when he called CM Punk a cancer. So it says Seth Rollins has signed a has had a, well, I don't know why it says signed there, has had a highly successful career at WWE, earning multiple world championship titles and participating in memorable rivalries against some of the company's top talents and competitors. That being said, Rollins is never afraid of speaking his mind, no matter what. This includes his most recent comments about CM Punk, which is weird because I actually didn't know he made any comments about CM Punk, but now I'm intrigued. Now I'm intrigued. CM Punk's run in WWE came to a shocking end after the Royal Rumble in 2014, when he was frustrated with the company, leading him to simply walk out. He has not competed in a ring for 7 years until his AEW debut in 2021. Even now, many fans feel like CM Punk was in the wrong for leaving WWE, and his subsequent comments following his walkout. Punk is also public enemy number one right now after the AEW All-Out Brawl last year. Seth Rollins also called CM Punk a cancer during Royal Rumble weekend, which led to a lot of discussions as well. While speaking on his podcast, WWE Hall of Famer Booker T addressed what Rollins said. Booker T stated that he believes Seth Rollins spoke his true feelings when he called CM Punk a cancer. He said he was shooting 100%. I'm just glad I didn't have to say it. I'm just glad people can't look at me now and be like, I'm a hater. I keep my mouth shut. My mom always told me if you don't have something good to say about somebody, don't say nothing at all. You hear other guys that have been around the business that feel and speak the same way about Phil Brooks, and it's because of being around him. Wow. What just happened even? It's over already. What in the blue hell? Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match, the Wolfpack Horsemen, have completely dominated and defeated the Street Profits. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. The debut of 2Dex teaming up with his partner in crime, of course, Carino Sinister Farmer. And did they ever make short work of the Street Profits? That's insane. I did not expect that at all. I did not expect that at all. Wow. All right. Yo, Honeybee Wrestling! Froggy Mothlegs! Yo, Froggy, if you want to join the broadcast, feel free. I think Boss is at some point. He's not here yet. Glenola is unable to this evening. He's not. Sorry, he is feeling fine. He's got to be up early in the morning, so he's lurking right now. But if you have the time and/or you want to, you feel free to join the broadcast, Froggy, and/or anybody else that is able to join the broadcast. If you are able to and you would like to, feel free.
I am within 15 points of channel redemption.
Did they announce 2Dex from the Weapons of Mass Destruction? I don't know why that keeps happening from time to time with certain... I already went and checked all of that. You are absolutely not part of the Weapons of Mass Destruction. So yeah, you did hear that. I heard that too. The ring announcer announced you as representing the Weapons of Mass Destruction. Yep.
Universe mode is weird.
Absolutely did. Oh, don't we know it, Infinite Oni? Don't we know it? The other day, we had a show that not only had a match completely get replaced, one that Archer actually interfered in, which was also weird. But anyways, we also had a match go completely missing from the card. We only had 8 matches instead of 9. It was absolutely bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. More screwy from the tech truck. Oh, screwery. I thought you said screwy. I was like, that doesn't make sense, but screwery, okay. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So congratulations to 2Dex and Carino Sinister Farmer. An absolute dominant performance against a formidable team such as Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits. So congratulations to the Wolfpack Horsemen. All right, on to the next match of the evening, ladies and gents. And ladies and gentlemen, this is another faction war, adding some more fuel to the fire. We've, of course, seen the natural disasters taking out Wolfpack. They took out the Coalition. The Coalition, of course, got their revenge against the natural disasters, but they are now moving on to the Weapons of Mass Destruction. The natural disasters, they just want to burn it down. They want to tear apart the tag team division from the inside out and collect all of the championship gold, and they are looking to make the Weapons of Mass Destruction another notch on their belts. Can they do it, though, is the question. The Weapons of Mass Destruction, a formidable team. And this is no team effort either. This is Big Bubba Bruno, the Samoan Lion, BB King himself from Team Soul Lumbers, taking on the 9th one of the world. Nope, sorry, 8th one of the world. 9th one of the world is China. 8th one of the world, Andre the Giant, in 1v1 action. And we're going to get to that right now. That is the next match of the night. Joe Link giving the video production team a big old nutter, as you should. If there's anybody that deserves a nutter tonight, it is definitely the video production team. Also, the ring announcer, perhaps, even. The ring announcer, perhaps, for announcing 2Dex as being part of the Weapons of Mass Destruction. I mean, that is a ghastly mistake. A ghastly mistake. It should not go unpunished. Either, for that matter. All right, anyways, without further ado, it is Andre the Giant versus Big Bubba Bruno. Let's go.
List of champions from each respective
all right, hold on here. I'm going to continue catching up with chat here real quick. I'm just going to scroll back up, see what I missed of anything since Honeybee came in.
Into the chat. Chair shot ring announcer. Joe Link nails ring announcer in the face with the steel chair. Absolutely savage.
Yeah, Honeybee, Infinite Oni redeemed that YTD title op on you. And he's currently actually in the running for a channel redemption reward. And by the way, Honeybee, I don't know if you remember, but you actually won the jackpot the other night.
Is scheduled for one fall.
So therefore, you have a channel redemption reward of your own, of your choosing.
Weighing in at 520 pounds, the
all right, anyways, let's see here.
The eighth wonder of the world making his way to the ring now. And he's absolutely gigantic.
Just reading the chat here real quick. I'll catch up real quick. Hold on.
Higher, but this guy's ready to prove he can hang.
Oh, Joe Link swoops in with a 6-8-4. That 6-8-4 knocks out Infinite Oni.
I got 6.
So Joe Link is now taking over the lead for the channel redemption reward.
Damn it, Joe.
Froggy says, "Yo, Joe!" Honeybee with a 7-4-4, unlucky. I within 15 points of the channel redemption? Yes, sir, you are.
From Kingston, Jamaica, weighing in at 400.
Infinite Oni says, "My titles have changed hands without them changing hands." That is ghastly. More screwery from the tech truck. Exclamation point, Frig Splash? What in the fuck is a Frig Splash?
Championship matches, 0.
And Joe Link is beating the shit out of everybody with chairs and nutters. Nice, Joe Link. Very good. Those are the vibes, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that.
Hey, Frog Hammock Legs, how
you still have both redemptions from last time you won? Yeah, you do, yeah. Yeah, you won them both. Nobody's ever done that before. Joe Link says, "Hey, Froggy Moth Legs, how's it going?" Also, everybody wants to know, Froggy, why you're not on the broadcast yet.
And here's a superstar that has all the tools to be one of the biggest names this business has ever seen. I'm not ready to crown him as the next big thing just yet, but his performance in this match could sway me. You're not the only person to be looking to convince tonight.
But across the ring, you have a man who's the odds-on favorite in any match. Andre the Giant, a competitor who's not only big.
Froggy does not want to answer us, Joe Link. He has better things to do, apparently. He says.
You don't get to be the eighth wonder of the world without conquering the globe.
Well, technically, he didn't say anything, but he believes. Right? He does. He does.
Catches the leg. Clothesline takes him down. Forget about it.
All right, so anyways.
And another just nonstop.
Wow, Big Bubba Bruno stopping a mud hole in Andre the Giant. Good God. All right, let's get back to that article I was reading real quick here. I believe the article's almost done anyway. Okay, so he goes on to say he was shooting 100%. I'm just glad I didn't have to say it. I'm glad people... Well, I think I already read that.
Stretched out like taffy right now.
Here we go. People stop thinking everything is at work. If I say something negative to the point about somebody being a cancer in the locker room, I'm not playing, okay? That's not stuff you play around with. That's not an angle. That's just not. I know a lot of people out there that's not in the business that wants to think that, but sometimes it's real. It's real talk sometimes. CM Punk's possible WWE return is also greatly opposed within the company. Triple H was also strongly warned against signing CM Punk. Regardless, we'll have to wait to see what will become of CM Punk in the end. I don't know. I mean, do you guys think that he'll go back to the WWE? Do you think they'd even hire him back? You know, is the payoff going to be good enough to have him there? What do you guys think about that? You know, we've kind of sort of touched base on this in the past, but we have, you know, what do you guys think about the whole CM Punk situation?
Andre gets reversed.
I don't want him back in WWE. I don't see it happening anyways, but you never know.
Infinite Only says, I don't want him back in the WWE. I don't see it happening anyways, but you never know. Yeah, that's the problem, right? In this business, you never say never, because if they think they can make a buck. But, and he says, we didn't think we'd see Jeff Jarrett or the Ultimate Warrior back. Yeah, very, very good point, Oni. Very, very good point. 100% agree. But I agree with you also. I don't want to see him back either. First of all, first and foremost, and I'm not trying to be biased or anything, but I was never a huge Punk fan. I mean, I thought some of the stuff he did was cool. I thought he was good on the microphone. He tells a good story. I was never impressed with his wrestling style. Slow, methodical. You know, I just wasn't. Some people can make slow and methodical work and look good. I just didn't find he was one of them. And, you know, being called the best in the world, I just didn't think he was the best in the world. There were already people surrounding him that were better than him. I think he was just a good wrestler, average at best, that but he could tell a good story and talk a good talk. I have CM Punk autographs behind me even. Well, nobody's perfect. You can be forgiven for that, Oni. It's all right. You're good. We forgive you, Oni, for having CM Punk autographs.
His lost interest.
Beating heart will not be stopped.
To be fair, Oni, you're probably not alone there. I'm pretty sure a lot of people lost the interest in investing in Punk after that as well.
What a smash! That is just insulting.
Link, what about you? What do you think about the Punk situation? You're not even an AEW fan? No, neither am I. Neither am I. I when they first started up, I was behind them 100%. It was exciting, but to be fair, back then, and you could probably go back and find one of my shows where I talked about this. But I said it's one thing to do 2, 3, maybe 4 shows a year. What are you going to do when you've got an entire roster and you have to do shows once a week, twice a week? House shows, 290 days of booking things. I mean, but I don't know. As far as Punk's situation, I just don't care. Yeah, me neither. Me neither. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all. The winner of the match from Team Soul Embers, representing the Weapons of Mass Destruction, BB King himself, the Samoan Lion, Big Bubba Bruno, has just slayed the Giant and picked up the big W. So congratulations to Soul Embers and Big Bubba Bruno. Fantastic. Congratulations. But yeah, Joe Link, if you're listening, what do you think of that situation? Do you think they'll hire him back? Do you think he should be back, or would you like to see him back? I don't know. Anybody else in the chat that wants to chime in, feel free. There's no wrong answers here. You don't have to worry about getting yelled at. Anybody that's newer to the Archiverse, you don't have to worry about getting yelled at or told we don't think you're thinking correctly or any of that jazz. Your opinions are respected and they are wanted. So, and they are important. Joe Link says he will probably come back to see the pop he would receive would be big, and yeah, CM Punk is a good wrestler, not great. Yeah, that's what I say too. He's a good wrestler, he's not great. I like Punk better in the Indies. Yeah, well, I think CM Punk works better in the Indies, period. I just don't, in my opinion, and I know he had a big championship run and he sold merchandise and stuff like that, but in my opinion, he just never, for me, never made his spot in WWE work with that character. I don't know. Yeah, he is also very injury prone. There's that too, right? There is that too. You're not wrong about that. I mean, he was always getting injured. Always. All right, let's move on to the next match of the night. Again, congratulations to Big Bubba Bruno and Soul Embers. Big win over Andre the Giant. And here we go, folks, our first championship match of the night. Well, actually, second. It is for the Pure Wrestling Championship. And this is a 6-man elimination royale. And we have the debut
I'm in a match for the Pure Wrestling Championship.
Matthew Ultraviolet taking on Eddie Guerrero. Latino Heat himself. Pneumonics is in the house. We have the reigning, defending Junior Wrestling Champion, Jalen Wilson, and we'll discuss that in just a moment. We have Walter, a.k.a. Gunther, in the house, and of course the reigning, defending Pure Wrestling Champion, The Undertaker. Now the reason for Jalen Wilson, the Junior Wrestling Champion's appearance in this matchup, we are unifying the Junior Wrestling Championship and the Pure Wrestling Championship and making it into one title that will travel 3 brands to give opportunity on the main roster. So that way it benefits not just Starrcade and Wrestle Wars, but also YTD Academy. We do not need 2 titles that do that. So we are unifying the 2 championships tonight. One man walks it with both, but we are unifying them, and we will only be keeping 1 championship belt. That will be the Pure Wrestling Championship. But anyways, here we go. Without further ado, 6-man elimination royale. It is time to get things rocking and rolling. Let's go. All right, and for anybody that wasn't here earlier, just a reminder that as of next Tuesday, we are fully rebranded. We're gonna redesign our arena, our wrestling ring, and we're gonna be rebranded completely to the Archivers Wrestle Wars Genesis instead of just Wrestle Wars. No other shows are changing. None of the participants on the shows are changing. The belts are not changing. Just the brand itself. It is not just Wrestle Wars anymore. It is Wrestle Wars Genesis. The new logo is ready, and we will begin construction later this week on renovations. Infidoti says this is going to be tough. Undertaker is in there as well, and PMX. Yeah, I know. I was shocked as hell when the Undertaker won that title at Slamboree on Sunday. By the way, what did everybody think about Slamboree? And even more importantly, and I know Joe Link always pays attention. Joe Link, what did you think of the Slamboree arena?
Right, Michael, and judging from the response on social media heading into this match, we're likely to see a new champ crowned here tonight.
I thought the arena looked awesome. I really liked it.
Turned out really well. I mean, not just that, the entire card was absolutely smoking hot. 14 championship matches, guys. That's what we had. What a great time it was, too. What a great time. A lot of people showed up to celebrate the first big stream preview of 2023. The matches went off. They were unhinged. Absolutely awesome night. An absolute thrill ride as promised. Let's see here. It could rival WrestleMania, better than the WrestleMania, actually. Well, Infinite Oni, if you want to see a really good show, go back and watch Slammiversary 2. The Archer Slammiversary 2, because that is our WrestleMania. Every December.
If there truly is none better in all of WWE right now.
We are working our way towards the Archiverse Slammiversary 3 currently. We still have a long road, but it is going to be one hell of a fiery road. And of course, later this week, we'll be announcing our next stream preview of 2023.
Some say he's the underdog.
I'm sure most of you know what's coming. We've been talking about it for weeks and weeks. And we have very important business to be taken care of at that said next big stream preview of 2023. And for those of you that don't know or don't have an idea of what the next stream preview is going to be, you're just going to have to stay tuned because, again, later this week we will be revealing what that stream preview is. But let me tell you, it is going to be a barn burner.
From New York, weighing in at 218 pounds, Eddie.
This is a big-time opportunity, Byron, as the title will be on the line here. You're right, Michael, and judging from the response on social media heading into this match...
Well, while these guys are still making their way to the ring, because this is a six-man elimination royale, while these guys are making their way to the squared circle, I'm going to take the opportunity to grab myself a beverage and use the facility, so I will be right back. Infinite Oni, Joe Link, Honeybee Wrestling, please feel free to tell some jokes or some stories. Again, like any other time, when I return, I will read them out loud. I'll be right back.
He has poured blood, sweat, and tears into obtaining this title opportunity. Now, he needs to close the deal and become champion.
The legend is here!
From Death Valley, weighing in at 330 pounds, he is the Pure Wrestling Champion, The Undertaker!
Taking souls and digging holes, Big Evil has arrived.
I broke my arm in 3 places.
You want to learn about longevity? What it takes to remain a superstar, top-tier level, your entire career here? Well, look at this man, The Undertaker. Changing with the times, but just as dominant as ever.
Doctor, why don't go to those places? No. What is the best part of gardening?
From Knoxville, Tennessee, weighing in at 241 pounds,
Look who it is.
Matthew Violet.
Here we go, gentlemen.
And for getting
Huge title
down and
match
dirty
coming
with
up,
my
and a
horse.
huge opportunity for the champ to prove to everyone that there truly is none better in all of WWE right now.
He's told anyone who will listen that he always has been the uncrowned champion of this division. Now he can make it a reality.
The ring general has arrived. The longest
Infinite Tony,
reigning
can you remember this?
I have returned, and I see Walter, a.k.a. Gunther, making his way to the ring.
From each respective brand.
Let me catch up and see what's going on, if anything.
ever seen.
WCW or
I broke my arm in 3 places.
From Vienna,
Well,
Austria.
don't go to those places. Oh my God, that was actually a little funny. It was actually a little funny. You get a pass on that, honeybee.
Guys, how impressive is this massive human being?
What's the best part of gardening?
This man held the NXT UK
The answer is
Championship
getting
for
down
10
and dirty with my hose.
70 days. That's 2 years.
Joe, you know what, Joe? That's 2 jokes in 3 days that were actually funny for you. That's some sort of record for you, I think. And that is the last of the jokes. All right, so let's see what else is going on in the dirt sheets, if anything.
His smothering grappling skills, devastating strikes.
Actually, I have to finish that CM Punk article, so hold on. The last thing we talked about was when he returned. His run came to a shocking end at the Royal Rumble in 2014 when he was frustrated with the company, leading him to simply walk out. He had not competed in a ring for 7 years until his AEW debut in 2021. Even now, many fans feel that CM Punk was in the wrong for leaving WWE and his subsequent comments following his walkout. Punk is also public enemy number 1 right now after the AEW All-Out Brawl last year. Seth Rollins also called CM Punk a cancer during Royal Rumble weekend, which led to a lot of discussion as well. While speaking on his podcast, WWE Hall of Famer Booker T addressed what Rollins said. Booker T stated that he believes Seth Rollins spoke his true feelings when he called CM Punk a cancer. And that's all there is to that article. Infinite Oni says, where do you take someone who has been injured in a peekaboo accident? To the ICU. Oh my God. It was stupid, but that was funny. That was like a dad joke. You gotta be careful with dad jokes around here. So, I mean, people like Life is great, and there's others that'll AKO you for dad jokes. You gotta be careful popping at those dad jokes. Alright, so let's see what else is going on, if anything at all, in the dirt sheets. Actually, there's a couple things I want to look at here. The first thing is from a couple of hours ago from RingsideNews.com, Manic Aptab. It says Sami Zayn trashes his bloodline memories.
And this might not have a pleasant ending.
So Sami Zayn betrayed the bloodline after much hesitation at the Royal Rumble. Even this past Saturday, the SmackDown star hit Roman Reigns with a chair to a huge pop from the crowd inside the Alamodome. Now he's decided to remove his bloodline memorabilia from his collection. Sami Zayn took to Twitter on Tuesday to declare that his alliance with the bloodline is officially over. The former honorary Uce posted a picture of multiple framed bloodline photographs placed near a trash can. The 2022 Survivor Series ringside chair with the bloodline render can also be seen in the photo. Saturday's main event saw Roman Reigns retain his undisputed WWE Universal Championship against Kevin Owens. The Tribal Chief and the Usos assaulted KO after the match as well. Sami Zayn intervened, but was told by the champion to finish his friend himself. He made his decision and paid the ultimate price. Jey Uso couldn't contain his emotions and left the ring, leaving Sami at the mercy of the bloodline. One half of the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions tweeted he was out of the group after the shocking conclusion to the WWE Royal Rumble Premium Live event. The bloodline angle at the Royal Rumble was a curtain sellout, with many wrestlers and staff crowded around the monitors to watch the angle play out. The bloodline storyline will continue this week on WWE SmackDown. It remains to be seen how WWE will book the group's future in the build-up to WrestleMania 39. So here's something else I wanted to look at here. It says Vicky Guerrero apparently not happy about Dominic Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero comparisons. This is again ringsidenews.com. This time it's by Felix Upton. So it says Eddie Guerrero's legacy will live on forever, and many fans have labeled other wrestlers as the next Latino Heat. Dominic Mysterio's new gimmick drew comparisons between Rey Mysterio's son, Eddie Guerrero. It turns out that Vicky Guerrero isn't a fan of that kind of talk. An Eddie Guerrero fan page posted a side-by-side graphic of Dominic Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero. The caption said that it was a like father, like son kind of situation. The comments seem to agree. Shaw Guerrero reposted it and said, "This has got to stop. It's bullshit." Vicky Guerrero replied to one fan saying that Dominic Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero look alike, and she didn't seem happy. After saying no, he's not to one fan, she's elaborated a bit more further down on the comment section. Said, "I'm tired of hearing Dominic compared to Eddie. He will never be Eddie in any way, shape, or form. It's plain disrespectful." Shaw Guerrero, Eddie Guerrero and Vicky Guerrero's daughter, also gave her 2 cents. She said, "It's seriously stupid. It turns out that the Guerrero family isn't a fan of this new Dominic Mysterio gimmick." It's not really new, though, is it? I mean, think about that. It's not really new, because back when Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio were feuding, that was what that whole thing was about, was, Eddie Guerrero fathering a child for Rey at the time. They couldn't have children, and, it was just, but so it's not really new at all. I mean, it's been made new, it's been renewed, but it's not new. That's been a thing for a very long time. Yo, Shower 0503. Thank you for the follow. Welcome into the late night place to be at the most must-see show on Twitch TV. We're right in the middle of our Fallout show, our first post-Slamboree Fallout show. We just had our first big stream preview of 2023 on Sunday night. If you haven't had a chance to see it, go check that out. It was a fantastic show, 14 championship matches. It was an absolute thrill ride. Tonight, the first of 3 post-Slamboree Fallout shows, Wrestle Wars Genesis. And then, of course, tomorrow night we have a special tournament taking place. I did mention earlier there won't be a live YTD Academy show this week. We're going to do dark matches this week instead, because we're doing the tournament for the WCW European Wrestling Championship. It'll be another one of our post-Fallout shows. And then Friday, WCW Starrcade will be the third and final post-Slamboree Fallout show. It's going to be a great week, but welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you being here. We are simply, without a shadow of a doubt, the very best in fantasy wrestling excellence, bar none, period. And look at that, Walter has been eliminated. We are down to 5. Joe Link, can you also drop the Discord link and the YouTube link, please? I would appreciate that. All right, so let's see here. Infinite Oni says, "I eliminated Gunther." Actually, Infinite Oni, you didn't. It was actually, I mean, as a manager, is your ego really that big? I mean, it was your client that eliminated him from the ring. From the match. Not even the ring, from the match itself. How dare you try to upstage your own client? That is ghastly. Undertaker kicks out at 2. Jalen Wilson just about took him out. Now he's working on mnemonics. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Matthew Ultraviolet with another submission locked in, this time on Eddie Guerrero. Eddie's not tapping, though. Eddie's fighting it. He's fighting it. Ultraviolet let the hold go. Jalen Wilson with another pinfall attempt on The Undertaker. Oh, the Undertaker just barely kicked him, but let's face it, Jalen Wilson had a count of about 5 there. The referee a little slow getting back into the ring. Pneumatics, Pneumatics being set up for a ride here. And Ultraviolet did it. He finally eliminated Eddie Guerrero. We're down to 4, at least for the time being. And this Matthew Ultraviolet is some kind of superstar. His debut matchup. And he has already eliminated 2 people from this Elimination Royale. He eliminated Walter, a.k.a. Gunther, and he just eliminated Eddie Guerrero, one of the best of all time. I mean, that is how you start a career, ladies and gentlemen, right there. Nice reversal on the Undertaker. Barrage of strikes. He's looking good in there. Honeybee Wrestling says he was in a match at Slamboree. He was, but that wasn't his official debut. You were, yeah. Opening match, I believe it was, but that wasn't your official debut. Actually, Ultraviolet ended up becoming a filler because of a couple of matches that transpired before Slamboree. I ended up with a vacant spot. I put Ultraviolet in there. But yeah, he did not have his official debut until tonight.
Perhaps thinking about what to do next here.
Infinite Noise says, damn it, Techno. How dare he eliminate Ultraviolet like that after having such a successful beginning to his debut. So we are down to the Pneumatics, The Undertaker, and Jalen Wilson.
Oh my gosh! Here he comes, sliding back in.
All right, so
And this match will head back to the ring.
It just continues on to say that Dominic Mysterio might not have made things much better for himself in the situation. He recently said that he wishes Eddie Guerrero had won custody of him in that classic angle with Rey Mysterio. See, again, they bring up that angle with Rey Mysterio. It says we'll have to wait and see what's next for Dominic Mysterio. His new character is doing wonders for his career, but that doesn't mean everyone is a fan of his current WWE character. It's funny though, the picture that they posted, there is a striking resemblance. It is pretty funny. Let's see if I can share this.
Tough position to be caught in here.
Actually, if I do that, it'll share the whole. You know what? I'll go to Twitter after the show, and I'll share it to Discord. It's actually pretty funny.
There they go. No. Oh, that was a harebrained idea to try.
All right. Anyways, moving on. Looks like Hulk Hogan's camp clears the air after poor health concerns. This is an article from about 5 hours ago, ringsidenews.com. Sunil Joseph, the publisher, says Hulk Hogan was one of the biggest stars in the professional wrestling in the 80s. He was one of the first wrestlers to cross over from the world of professional wrestling over to the world of pop culture. This earned him a massive fan following in an era without social media. Hogan is still considered one of the greatest of all time, and he is a true legend. Sadly, his past has finally caught up to him, but now his reps are speaking about concerns over his declining health. Kurt Angle recently stated on the podcast, The Kurt Angle Show, that Hogan could no longer feel his legs after a nerve cut during his latest back surgery. Angle further added that he has to walk using a cane. Hogan had his back surgery again. He had his nerves cut from his lower body. He can't feel his lower body, so he has to use his cane to walk around. I thought he was using the cane because he has pain in his back. He doesn't have any pain. He has nothing at all. He can't feel anything. So now he can't feel his legs, so he has to walk with a cane. That's pretty serious, man. I mean, I really feel for Hogan. He put his heart and soul into the business, and it ate him up. This caused a lot of fans to show concern for the WWE Hall of Famer, who has given his life for the business and was now suffering because of it. However, Hulk Hogan's rep said in a statement to Entertainment Today that he is doing fine and everything is okay with him. The rep further told, "Wow, that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the match, and the man that is now unified the Junior Wrestling Championship and the Pure Wrestling Championship, Jalen Wilson, who walked in as the Junior Wrestling Championship, is walking out as the unified Pure Wrestling Champion. Huge win for Jalen Wilson. Wow, congratulations. Crazy. All right, that was a great match. And here we go, on to the next matchup of the evening. And here we go. This is for the Archiverse Women's World Tag Team Championship. It is a 2v2 elimination style matchup between the Outlaws from Team Joe Link, Amber Extreme, and Britt Baker DMD, challenging the New Millennia. The daughter and mother duo, Akira and Alice Blade. Who's taking home the W in this one? Who's walking out with the championship? I mean, the Outlaws have been champions before. They are a formidable team. They are most certainly capable. But can they do what nobody's been able to do as of recently, and that is defeat the New Millennia? That is the question we have to ask ourselves right now. Can it be done? We're going to find out, because the Outlaws and the New Millennia are having themselves an elimination-style tag team matchup right now. So here we go. Without further ado, from Team Joe Link, Dangerous Amber Extreme and Britt Baker DMD, the Outlaws, versus the mother-daughter duo Akira and Alice Blade, the New Millennia, for the Archiverse World Tag Team Championships. Showtime and go time. Let's go. Time to turn and burn, baby.
They are ready for battle.
All right, just going to catch up with the chat real quick here. Infinite Oni booing PMX. Why is it the one person I always want to lose somehow? Well, Infinite Oni, you know what you do with that information is you simply take that information you've just revealed to us and you just utilize it to your benefit. You utilize it to win bets and earn some Archivers bucks. See how that works?
And I don't remember the last time the champ was in this much jeopardy.
That's what you do with that.
Tonight might just be the night the title changes hands.
So anyways, Hulk Hogan recently appeared on Raw's 30th anniversary, where he kicked off the show. Therefore, the news came as a bit of a shock to fans who watched him on television a few days ago. And it just says stay tuned. They'll, of course, edit the article with any updates there might be regarding the matter. I don't know, that's the first time I've heard of any issues with Hogan's lower body or anything of that nature, so I don't know what to make of that, really, to be fair. I don't know, what do you guys think? You guys think they're covering something up? You think there's more to the Hogan story than they're telling us? I mean, it's possible.
Superstar switch up.
I mean, he has had a lot of back surgeries, right?
Type. Superstar and
Oh, you booed the winner, not PMX. Okay.
They are the women's
Well, that's understandable.
Tag Team Champions.
I mean, after all, he did eliminate Matthew Ultraviolet after the great run he was on in that Elimination Royale. He might not have won the match, Infinite Only, but that was a fantastic debut. He looked great in there. Be interesting to see what he does in 1v1 action. I'm excited. All right, so there's really nothing else interesting as far as the dirt sheets go. So we're just going to go ahead and move on to our first list of the evening. Now, the first list of the evening, I've actually had a quick peek at it. It's actually quite solid. I think you're going to enjoy it. This is by TVOvermind.com, and it is the 10 best WWE Intercontinental Champions of all time. Now, this is from 2 years ago, so it's 2021, but we're going to have a go at it and see what's happening. Joling says, did you hear the Steiners signed a legend? Did they really? That'd be fantastic. It would be even more fantastic if they'd come in and work the tag team division for a little bit. Wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be awesome? I mean, personally, I would love that. I've always been a fan of the Steiners. See, I was more of a fan of Scott Steiner before he became Big Papa Pump. Not even gonna lie, I was never a big fan of the Big Papa Pump character. I know a lot of people loved it. You know, I just didn't. I wasn't one of them. I like him. The other thing is when he became Big Papa Pump, he stopped wrestling. He just became more of a brawler, like a Stone Cold Steve Austin that was trying to look like a Hogan ripoff at the time. They will also appear in 2K23 because of it. Fantastic. Fantastic. I mean, we already have them, so we're one up on them, Joe Lake. The Archerverse has already signed them. Actually, technically, it was WCW Starrcade, but we don't need to discuss that. We do not need to discuss that. So anyways, again, this article is the 10 best WWE Intercontinental Champions of all time. And again, it's by TVOvermind.com. Publisher is David Coulson. So it says the WWE Intercontinental Championship is often seen as a stepping stone to the WWE Championship, with the future world champions such as Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Triple H all holding the championship on their road to the main event. The championship is also seen as a workhorse title, with some of the best performers putting out on nightly classics as champion. But who are the best superstars to ever hold the belt? Here are the 10 best Intercontinental Champions of all time. Honeybee Wrestling says, gotta be Chris Jericho, faux show.
And she dodged that one nicely.
All right, so number 10 on the list. And I will not verify if you're correct about that, by the way. I will not. Number 10 is The Rock. So The Rock was always destined for greatness, and his time as Intercontinental Champion helped prove it to fans. His first reign came in February 1997, while he was still known as Rocky Maivia, after he defeated Triple H on an episode of Raw, before losing it 2 months later to Owen Hart. But it was his second reign from December 8th, 97 to August 30th, 98, which showed the world that The Rock was a world champion in the making. The Rock held the championship throughout much of his time as a member of the Nation of Domination, losing it once the stable began to fizzle out, so he would be positioned to win the WWF Championship later that year. On a side note, The Rock lost the Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam 1998 in one of the best WWE ladder matches to Triple H, the same superstar he won the belt from for his first title reign. So if you didn't know that, that's an interesting fun fact there for you. And it's actually letting me share the matchup between The Rock and Triple H, so I'm going to post it on the Archerverse Discord for later.
Costly error there. Tremendous pressure being applied in this head crank.
I think.
Might take her head clean off her shoulders. In up the tag.
Trying to find the section that I need to post it in. Worst comes to worst, I'll put it in no holds barred. No big deal.
She's on unsteady legs in the corner. Needs to recover.
Oh, here we go. So I'll put it in there for later.
With the lariat.
All right, so yeah. Number 10 was The Rock. Number 9 is Pedro Morales. So Pedro Morales held the Intercontinental Championship for longer than any WWE superstar in history, with him holding the belt for a total of 619 days across his 2 reigns as champion. He first won the belt as the 3rd ever holder by defeating Ken Patera on December 8, 1980, before losing the championship to Don Morocco the following June. Morales would go on to hold the championship for a further 424 days before once again losing it to Morocco in 1983. I was always a big Don Morocco. They called him the Rock Don Morocco, and he was one big, thick mamma jamma. Really good wrestler for a big man, too. And if it'll let me, I'll see if I can't share that as well.
Create separation. She does so.
All right, so number 8 is Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig. So Mr. Perfect has held the title for a combined reign of 406 days. Currently the 9th longest reigning champion. Kurt Hennig will forever go down as one of the greatest performers to never hold the WWE Championship, which makes these Intercontinental Championship reign even more special. The championship is often referred to as the workhorse title, and Mr. Perfect was certainly that, having high-quality matches with everyone he stepped in the ring with.
Feeding off the WWE Universe's energy.
Got the tag. Got the tag.
Number 7 is The Miz. So it says, at the time of writing this, The Miz has had the 2nd most reigns as Intercontinental Champion with a total of 8 reigns. The record currently goes to Chris Jericho, who has 9 reigns. But with The Miz still being as an active WWE superstar, it is possible that he will eventually tie or even beat the record and become the superstar with the most reigns. During his time as champion, he has held the belt for a total of 597 days, defeating superstars such as Dolph Ziggler, Dean Ambrose, and Roman Reigns to win the title.
Here it comes, Michael. Suplex stunner. The champ has this one in hand.
All right, so moving on, number 6 is the Honky Tonk Man. Says the Honky Tonk Man currently holds the record of the longest single reign as champion, with the reign spanning 454 days. Winning the championship from Ricky Steamboat in 1987 before losing the belt to the Ultimate Warrior at SummerSlam 1988 the following August.
She returns the favor there.
Number 5 on the list is Bret the Hitman Hart. Says the Intercontinental Championship is often called the workhorse. I keep saying that over and over. I'm going to have to stop reading it eventually. And there's no better workhorse than Bret Hart. The Hitman held the title on 2 occasions, first defeating Mr. Perfect and then Roddy Piper for his 2nd reign. The championship served as a tool to elevate Hart to the top, with him winning the WWF Championship shortly after dropping the belt to the British Bulldog in the main event of SummerSlam 1992 in front of 70,000 fans at Wembley Stadium. All right, I'm just going to catch up on the chat here quick.
Yes, you catch up on that chat.
Hey, Christian Cool, welcome in. I didn't even know you snuck in. welcome in, good sir.
Very sneaky, sir. Yes.
The mayor of Coolville sneaking on in. How is the captain of the Coolverse?
Not bad. It's been a pretty okay week, actually.
It's been a pretty okay week. Fantastic to hear. Anything new and exciting? Oh, and anything on the home front
that we have not heard from that yet, so that's why it's still A-okay. Not bad week.
Excellent. Dedrick, welcome in. Show me how to punch a guy. It's simple. Ball up the fist, reach way back, assert yourself. Oh, he's I see what he's doing there. Okay.
Yeah, he's promoting himself.
He's promoting himself. Cornhusk Show! What's going on, Cornhusk Show? Welcome into episode number 447. Our first of 3 followed shows from Slamboree. It's been a great night. Still have some great matches ahead. This one for the World Tag Team Championship between the Outlaws and the New Millennia, who have been really keeping a tight grasp on those tag team belts.
Very tight indeed.
But yeah, anyways, so it's good to hear that nothing has so far come out of that, previously discussed matter with your apartment.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll hear something soon. I just paid rent, so.
Well, this is good. Rent is paid. That means they can't just tell you to be out next week.
Yep.
They are screwed for at least one more month.
Well, since you won't acknowledge him, I will. Cornhusk, we see you. What's going on, my friend?
I already acknowledged Cornhusk Show.
Wow. He keeps saying hello. So that, to me, sounds like someone very demanding of acknowledgement, don't you think?
Oh, so you think he's begging for attention, is what you're saying?
Yes, I feel like it.
You feel like he is, yeah, okay.
Yes.
Cornhusk Show, what says you?
It's a long way down from there. This won't end well.
Jolink says, hope everyone is doing great.
Truly fighting to the last breath, but we might be coming up
we
on
are.
that soon.
Yes. Great action, great things, great times, great Rumble. Rumble was fun.
It was it was easily the best Rumble in years.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought the women's Rumble was better than the men's Rumble, to be fair, but that's...
Really?
I did, yeah.
You're like the first person I've heard say that.
Oh, man, I thought the Rhea Ripley coast-to-coast, that was a fantastic Rumble.
I heard she dislocated her knee in that match, too, and popped it back in.
Yet she did. What a savage beast. Apparently it happens from time to time. It's something that's happened since her athletic days when she was younger, so I guess she just from time to time has to pop that puppy back in. But what a savage animal, though. To pop it back in without anybody noticing and continue a match for... Well, I mean, even she beat Rey Mysterio's record. They're just not going to mention it because, technically Natalya already did that. But
yeah.
So, with her 95-minute Royal Rumble appearance. Speaking of which, Natalya's coming back, which, like I said earlier, it'd be great to get excited about a Natalya return, but they never do anything with her. She's had two title reigns in her whole tenure. That is ridiculous. I don't get it. I really don't. But whatever. We're not meant to know everything. All right, so back to my list. Number 4 on this list is Shawn Michaels. So this is the top 10 Intercontinental Champions of all time, according to this TVOvermind.com site. I'll run it back down when I'm finished. And I'm actually sharing the matches to Discord for later as well. But anyways, Shawn Michaels will go down as the greatest performer of all time, or at least tied with Ric Flair. No. Ric Flair's the greatest wrestler of all time. Shawn Michaels is the greatest performer of all time. It's not even the same thing. Can't put them on the same level. Sorry. And his work as Intercontinental Champion helped him earn that accolade. First winning the championship from the British Bulldog in October 1992, HBK held the title on 3 occasions, with his final reign ending a few months before he won the WWF Championship at WrestleMania 12. Which was a great match, by the way. Very, very good matchup.
Indeed it was.
mind you, pretty much every match Michaels was involved in, especially back in his prime, I mean, they were all instant classics. I mean, I can't even think of from that time period specifically, I can't even think of a bad Shawn Michaels match, can you?
I don't know. How good do you think the one he had with Hulk Hogan was?
Well, I mean, he had to carry Hogan, so what do you do?
Yeah, I know,
and that wasn't. Well, I guess yeah, it kind of was in his prime, wasn't it? Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it wasn't terrible, wasn't great, but again, he had to carry Hogan through that match. So.
Yeah, if I have to say that's one of his weakest matches, then like you say, it's like, what kind of match would you say is a bad match?
Yeah. Exactly. All right, so moving forward, number 3 is Randy Macho Man Savage. Macho Man versus Ricky Steamboat at WrestleMania 3 will forever go down as one of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time, if not the greatest WrestleMania match of all time, because it even overshadowed the main event. It's funny because I don't know if you were here for it, Cool, but I actually read an article recently that suggested otherwise, that the main event overshadowed that. And I'm like, no, it most certainly did not. Even after that, because that was WrestleMania 3, and I get Andre versus Hogan was a big deal. But I'll tell you, there was a lot more people, in my recollection, a lot more people talking about the Savage and Steamboat story, not just leading up to, but after that WrestleMania, and of course after Ricky the Dragon had beaten Macho Man for that Intercontinental Championship. I always heard more people talking about that than the Hogan-Andre matchup. Matter of fact, I remember people not being terribly impressed about the Hogan-Andre match, but nobody ever really talks about that.
Well, yeah, there was nothing terribly impressive about it. Andre could barely stand.
Right? Even in the time, it just, like, I remember, because I had watched some of his old matches, and then I had watched how he had kind of evolved over the years, and he became so large, and then they were building him up for the Slam Heard Around the World spot. But I mean, yeah, it was night and day, a different giant. And like you said, he could barely stand, he could barely move and walk. But you know what, though? That also says something to how strong Hulk Hogan is, because I know even Jake the Snake Roberts has said, listen, if Andre doesn't want you to lift him, you're not lifting him. But Andre could barely stand. It would have been easy to get him off balance in any way, shape, or form during that wrestling match, and Hogan had to carry all that dead weight to slam him. And it's not like that was a small slam. He had him up pretty good.
Yeah.
He had him up pretty good, so that was impressive too. But
Dedrick says HBK versus Vader could be considered a bad match, which I would almost agree there. That was not a great match.
That's true. So there's that one.
We know the story to that, so let's.
Yeah, we do. We do. So it says first winning the championship from Tito Santana in February 1986. Savage held the championship until March 1987, when the legendary encounter with the Dragon took place. And if you have never seen that matchup, it is going to be on Discord later.
You can have left after that, but you've got to be impressed. The heaviest artillery has been used, but it's not enough for the 3.
All right, moving on. Number 2 is Razor Ramon. So, like Mr. Perfect, Scott Hall will go down as one of the best wrestlers to never hold the WWE Championship. It's actually sad that, and I'm just going to interrupt this article for a bit, it's actually sad that a lot of people didn't get to see just how good a wrestler he was. Because just like a lot of other people in the time period, like Steve Austin and others, when they finally started to become bigger and transitioned into the big time in WWF and WWE, they kind of tossed away their wrestling gimmicks and brought in these brawling, street fighting style gimmicks. And didn't really do a whole lot of technical wrestling anymore. Now, Steve Austin still did pop it out on occasion, like his match with Bret the Hitman Hart, where he refused to tap out, he passed out instead. So there is instances like that, but for the most part, most people never got to see how good of a technical wrestler Steve Austin was, how good of a technical wrestler. Actually, there's a lot of wrestlers you can think of when you think about it that never really got to showcase In this case, we're talking about Scott Hall, but there's a lot of other wrestlers that when they came into the WWF, they kind of just were slowed down. They were put on a pace, and they did a lot less technical wrestling. But of course, you went through that period where Vince didn't want technical wrestling; he wanted more show, right? So that was his thing. He wanted showmen. He didn't want wrestlers for a long time. Until he started getting offended and then came up with an excuse why superstar is better than wrestler. Which actually, when you actually sit down, break it down and talk about it, it actually is better than being just a wrestler, but original reasoning, not necessarily, right? Not necessarily. But anyways,
Expected that one.
so it says, during his time in WWF, Ramon was one of the top mid-card competitors and a member of the infamous Clique. During his time as champion, he held the belt on 4 separate occasions for a total of 434 days, winning the championship in a battle royal from Diesel, followed by Jeff Jarrett, and finally from Dean Douglas, before moving to WCW in the spring of 1996 to start the legendary NWO. And last but not least on the list here, and of course Honeybee Wrestling had predicted earlier, but it is the Ocho, Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho holds the record for the most Intercontinental Championship reigns with 9 different runs as champion, first winning the championship in December 1999. He went on to hold it a further 8 more times, with his final reign being in 2009. Over the decade, he won the championship from superstars such as Chyna, Chris Benoit, Rob Van Dam, Jeff Hardy, and Rey Mysterio. The Miz is not on his trail with 8 reigns. He's hot on his trail with 8 reigns, but only time will tell if the record will ever be broken. And again, this list was TVOvermind.com, and it was the 10 best Intercontinental Champions of all time. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all. The winners of the match and new Archivers Women's World Wrestling Tag Team Champions. Representing Team Joe Link, Britt Baker, DMD, and Dangerous. Amber Extreme, they are the Outlaws, and they are your new Archivers Women's World Tag Team Wrestling Champions. So congratulations to Team Joe Link and the Outlaws on their big victory. Fantastic.
What a turn of events.
Or as the French would say, fantastique.
Another begins.
That was a bit of just a bit of a joke for your listening pleasure.
Oh, that was beautiful. I liked it.
I thought you might.
Oh man. Well, I'll tell you something later, but yeah, I like that. Thank you.
Oh, is there more to that story?
A
Good
little
God.
more, but yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could tell you stuff too. So.
Yeah. So.
Well,
Anyways.
I told you a bit because I had that bad day and I happened to say something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But anyways, I mean, was I wrong though?
Nope.
You know what I mean?
Nope. Not wrong.
Yeah. All right, on to the next match of the night. Let's go. From Tag Team Championship to Tag Team Championship. Let's go, baby. It is time for the Archivers World Tag Team Championship to be put on the line. It is a triple threat tornado tag team matchup, but this is not just any triple threat tornado tag team matchup. We are introducing a brand new match. It is actually cool. Have we talked about this? Did I tell you about this? That we had a couple of new match types?
No, you did not tell me.
All right, so this is the first of the two. This is a Crimson Eliminator. It is a elimination style first blood rule set match. The other one, which is going to debut later, is a Crimson Lockdown, which again is much like an Archivers Lockdown matchup, except for rather than pinfall, submission, or KO, you got to make your opponent bleed. This is the first ever. Indeed, this is the first ever tag team version of this matchup. We've already had one we had a Crimson Triangle match at Slamboree. So, but here we go. Archivers World Tag Team Championship on the line. Crimson Eliminator. Elimination style with First Blood rule set. It is going to be a banger of a match, a barn burner, if you will. We have the reigning defending champions, the Primetime Players, J.R. Black, and, of course, the great Champ Jackson, who was the savior of the Primetime Players at Slamboree. Ladies and gentlemen, you will remember that the Primetime Players were down to 1. And the great Champ Jackson, with the comeback of the evening, ended up winning the match and retaining the titles for the Primetime Players. It was an absolute phenomenal matchup, one of the best matches of the night. Of course, the very best match of that night came from Honeybee versus Claire, where they battled for, I don't know how long that match was, but I'll tell you, they had 25 falls during that match. It was an iron to gold match, 25 falls in that match. Honeybee was able to pick up one more victory over Claire to become a double champion. Now, tonight, Honeybee is looking to make history again here at the Archivers. We all know that a short spell ago, the Diamond Ashley Marie from Team AMC Me became the very first person, not just the first female competitor, the very first person to become a Triple Crown World Champion. You can already find that information under the Hall of Fame section on Discord. And, of course, tomorrow, with our WCW European Wrestling Champion Gold Rush Tournament, we'll be discussing more about the Hall of Legends and our next big stream preview of 2023. So make sure you tune in tomorrow night, because we're going to reveal that information. But in any case, cool. Did you watch any of the matches from? Did you happen to see that Honeybee versus Claire match?
I did not.
You did not. Man, oh man. Match of the night. Hands down, bar none, fantastic matchup. Again, it was iron to gold, and the WCW Women's World Championship was on the line. It was fantastic. So tonight, Honeybee looks to become the second person ever to be crowned a Triple Crown World Champion, if she can complete her campaign, because she has to go through the She-Fiend to do it. And tonight, they will go to battle in a best 2 out of 3 falls matchup. And again, if the campaign is completed, Honeybee will be just the second person in Archivers history to become a Triple Crown World Champion. There has been other Triple Crown champions, but not one that has held all 3 world championships at the same time. All 3 top championships from the 3 respected brands. Because you got the YTD Academy Grand Prix Wrestling Championship. You have the Wrestle Wars Genesis World Championship, and you have the WCW World Championship on both the women's division and the men's division. So far, no men have done it. Nada. Zilch. Nil. To be announced. But the women are lighting it up in the squared circle, and we already have a Triple Crown champion, Honeybee, looking to become number 2 tonight. That is a big deal. It's already a big deal that Honeybee is a double world champion. So we still have lots to look forward to tonight. But that said, let's get this matchup underway. The Archivers World Tag Team Championship on the line. The very first ever Crimson Eliminator matchup. Again, it is an elimination style matchup with First Blood rule setting. You want to win the match? You got to eliminate all of your opponents by making them bleed. But here we go. Without further ado, it is showtime and go time. Let's go.
Superstar switch up.
All right, now where were we? Actually, I should probably catch up on chat. I haven't done that in a bit.
Nah, you ain't missing much.
Actually, you know what I'll do? Before that, I will run down that list one more time. Again, it was from TVOvermind.com. 10 best WWE Intercontinental Champions of all time by David Coulson. It is 2 years old, but it was still pretty good. Number 10 was The Rock. Number 9, Pedro Morales. Number 8 was Mr. Perfect. Number 7 was The Miz. Number 6 was the Honky Tonk Man. Number 5, Bret the Hitman Hart. Number 4, Shawn Michaels. Number 3, Randy Macho Man Savage. Number 2, Razor Ramon. And of course, last but not least, the Ocho, Chris Jericho. So not a bad list, not terrible. I mean, there's probably some others you could have replaced a couple of them on the list, and or maybe adjusted the order. But I mean, overall, not bad compared to some of the lists we've had in the past. I will take it. You know what I mean? But yeah. But anyways, what did you think of the Royal Rumble? Have you watched it yet?
Yeah, watched it.
Okay, what'd you think? Do tell, share with the audience, shall you?
So I did prefer the men's match over the women's match.
Did you really?
But
I don't know how.
I mean, it was more because I really liked what they did with Gunther.
See, I liked that too, but that was the only good part of it. It was so predictable. They basically told us who was going to win. I mean, at least
I've had this conversation with some other people.
Yeah.
Like, Triple H will lean on predictable but safe booking, and sometimes it's not the worst thing because it's like, oh, what else you gonna do? You're not gonna have Sami Zayn in the Rumble. What are you gonna do? Who are you gonna win? Like it just predictable, but at least we got a good finish out of it.
Fair enough. We didn't get another non-finish. That's for damn sure.
Exactly. We don't need more of those. I would have liked the women's match more if we didn't see Nia fucking Jax.
I was super shocked about that. I was super shocked about that.
Oh my fucking God! I can't stand that woman. Oh, I was yelling at the TV screen, Archer.
Still trying to figure out why. Because here's the thing: she's hurt a lot of people.
That's what I said. That was the first thought I came up with. Like, man, who's gonna get injured in the Rumble now? Like, oh my God. At least from what I've heard, it was a one-off. It's not a full return. I'm hoping that's true. I don't want to see her back full-time. Fuck.
No, me neither.
I wasn't happy to see Tamina in there, of course. But of course, I knew she'd be a number. When they showed Michelle McCool in the stands, prior to the match, earlier in the show, I was like, "Oh, cool! She ain't gonna wrestle. Good. She's gotta watch her kids." And then they called her numbered. I'm like, "You gotta be kidding me."
I was a Michelle McCool fan though, so I didn't mind.
But I don't know. I just.
Oh, by the way, before I forget, Cornhusk Show. You and Dex had a match earlier tonight. You guys were facing the Street Profits. And I got to tell you, my God, you didn't see that match, Cool, but the Street Profits took a very serious beating from the artist formerly known as Robodex. Came out tonight as 2Dex. Looked just like Two-Face. As what is next? You know what I mean? Like Riddle Dexter, Penguin Dexter, He Dexter. I mean, we've had so many Dexters, I don't even know. I mean, how does he even... How do you...
I think we're
I don't know.
about at that stage where we just need a Dex check.
You got ghastly thoughts being put into people's heads by people like Alan Severn and Team Glenola about having different cosplays like an Archer Dex, which if that ever happens, we're going to have to ban some people. We are going to have to ban some people.
Cosplays, be thankful you're getting some audience. I mean, I've seen...
Oh, hey, there's something else that transpired.
You get prior to this whole shenanigan, bring about that they've started, and you should be grateful.
Another happening from Slamboree, Demolition actually. So we had a classic OG matchup. at Slamboree. It was Demolition, the Hart Foundation, and who's the third team? Was it the Wolfpack? Or was it Phenomenal Soul? I forget now. Sorry, it was Tons of Funk. It was the Hart Foundation, Tons of Funk, and Demolition. Demolition ended up winning the match and became the WCW World Tag Team Champions. They're here tonight to try and become double Tag Team Champions. But yeah, that transpired. So the Hart Foundation was, of course, the WCW World Tag Team Champions. I assume they'll probably be getting a rematch at some point. I'll let you know more about that as the information comes in. But I mean, I can't imagine the Hart Foundation going to lose a tag team championship in a triple threat situation and not get a rematch, you know? Right. You know, if you're in a multi-man matchup and you lose your title, you would automatically be in the discussion for chasing that title again. That's just how that works. You lose it in the singles competition, that's just it. It is what it is. You better have a good rivalry going or have some sort of great reason why you're getting the title shot, because it's simply going to the next guy. That's how it works here. We try not to leapfrog people. It has happened. There's been reasons for happenings. You know, we don't just leapfrog people on purpose. I don't think have we ever done that? I don't think we've ever done that. To my recollection. We might have. Along the line somewhere back in the early days or something maybe, but maybe. I can't.
I don't know. Some people, you know, we were harsh on some suckers back then.
That's true. That's true. Fair point. Well played. You're not wrong. He may or may not have found ways to screw people, but but they deserved it. And by the way, we've had no problems since.
Anyways,
and we've had no problems since. The only thing Mad Chatty was fun for, though, was when it came to the betting thing. How did he do that? You know what I mean?
I have no idea.
I don't understand how the hell he did that. And I'm thinking, how do you not play the lottery, sir? How are you not already rich? With a talent like that, you buy a fucking lotto ticket. Do you not?
Indeed.
Right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand that.
To answer your question earlier, Joe Link, about, we got a couple here. Chelsea Green. Yeah, you know, Chelsea Green's back. It's just, I mean, she's got a character. I'm glad she's coming in with a character and she's just not like, I'm Chelsea Green. And so, I mean, granted, it's a Karen character, but whatever. It's something. It's a good start. It's something. And then the pitch. Oh my God, what did you think of the Mountain Dew pitch black match? I was kind of like, I'm glad I blinked and it was over.
Shit. Do I have to go on this rant again? So
no, don't rant. Please don't rant. Don't rant.
Okay.
I'll rant for you. I will rant for you. It is exactly what I expected out of fucking Bray Wyatt and the match that they proposed, and it's kind of what you're gonna get from Bray Wyatt. Just the same thing we got from Undertaker for many years. Every now and again, Taker had to deal with a match or some sort of gimmick that just didn't really work. And he fought, you know, he did it. They did some creative thing, and it just, you know, kind of flopped. You know, he's had plenty of those over the years. You know, Bray Wyatt's going to be no different. And did I care for the match? Hell no. But I just thought it was funny how he completely missed the goddamn the splash there at the end. But
I just didn't understand the point of it. Yeah, the White Ones for life. Welcome in.
I didn't get it.
Oh yeah, we know that Bray Wyatt's the best thing going in WWE. He's not just the best thing going in WWE, my friend. He's the best thing going in pro wrestling. So you can just, you know, restate that. But Joe Link says LA Knight was the best part of the match. I actually didn't like how. I mean, I'm sorry, but they did LA Knight dirty last night, or not last night. At the Rumble.
I will agree.
They did LA Knight dirty. LA Knight is. He's very good, and he could be even better. You know, I actually hope they continue him working with Bray Wyatt, because they actually they worked well together. I just didn't care for the Black Lights match. I didn't understand the point of it. It didn't work. Even the Uncle Howdy thing got botched, and basically everybody that attended the Royal Rumble said the same thing, that that it probably looked a lot better on TV than it did live. So there's that too. Stuff like that doesn't work live. It doesn't work live. They had to try it. You got to try new things. And at the end of the day, people were just as excited to see Bray Wyatt and LA Knight and Uncle Howdy and everything. So at the end of the day, it worked out. It worked out at the end, but the match itself was atrocious.
Yeah, I'm just glad it wasn't any longer than what it was. Thank God. They didn't insult us too much by making it a prolonged affair.
No, especially when they were just going to do LA Knight dirty anyway.
Yeah. But, here's the thing. I think LA Knight will move on. He'll get the rub. He'll move on. Maybe he goes to Raw, and he ends up kind of like doing his shtick there. We're going to have Rhea Ripley going to SmackDown. So, maybe the Judgment Day just all comes to SmackDown, which will be kind of funny because that means Dominic gets to pick on Ray some more.
Holy shit, I just realized that fucking match is over already. Wow! Holy Jesus!
Hey, someone's not watching the broadcast, everybody. Our lovely broadcaster is not paying attention to the broadcast.
I was not. I was actually looking at the article and then, of course, listening to you, so I didn't have my eyes on the screen at the time. That was one hell of a fast matchup. But, ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match, and still the Archivers World Tag Team Champions from Team Almighty Exotic, JR Black, and the great Champ Jackson. They are the primetime players, and good God, that is two dominant tag team matchups I've seen tonight. That's nuts. Wow. All right, so that was the first ever Crimson Eliminator, and your champions again retain their fucking titles in what should have been a brutal match, but they dominated. All right. Let's see. Almighty Exotic says it did not work. Oh yeah, that's because Almighty was there, so he knew it didn't work well. LA is going to be fine. That man is gold. Yes, he's gold. I think it's funny that he's getting a lot of comparisons to The Rock. Because if you close your eyes and listen to the two of them talk, they actually do sound similar, so I get that.
What?
First of all, this is
there's some similar cadence, yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to be the people's champion anytime soon. But I'm going to say this, and don't take this the wrong way. Don't jump down my throat. LA Knight's a better wrestler than The Rock ever was. So not only does he have the charisma and the ability to tell a story and work the microphone, he's a way better wrestler. So if he sticks around for another 5-10 years, he could eventually get there. And he's got I just hope he gets it because he deserves it. He deserves it. I've been a big LA Knight fan for a long time. Eli Drake, of course, one of the personas he went under in NWA and Impact Wrestling, and that is a dude that deserves it. So,
well, Triple H is a fan, so I think he'll be all right.
LA is a cheap version of Stone Cold. What? I don't think he is. That is funny. Yeah, you're laughing at us because of what we said. I'm laughing at you because what you said was dumb. Flat out, sorry. A rip-off of Stone Cold. If anything, he would have been a rip-off of The Rock, not Stone Cold Steve Austin. Nothing he does is reminiscent of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Nothing. Zilch, nada, at all. But anyways, moving on to the next match of the night, and we are officially entering the championship rounds.
What?
Let's go.
What? Yay. Yay.
All right. What? You're comparing yeah to what? That's some weird shit right there. But anyways. Next match of the night for the Archivers World Unified Television Championship, Mitchell Vaughn versus the Texas Tornado. And this is a Crimson Lockdown match. Mitchell Vaughn was the former world champion, the world television champion, until, of course, walking into Slamboree. And, of course, the Texas Tornado walked out and made history.
It's called a catchphrase.
Almighty Exotic says it's called a catchphrase. Yeah, it is a catchphrase, yeah. There's nothing reminiscent of Stone Cold Steve Austin in LA Knight at all. Again, if any, if we're going to compare him to anybody, and by the way, you're the only person doing that because everybody else on the internet is comparing him to The Rock. So, whatever. Anyways, we're moving on. That part of that discussion is over. Anyways, Fat Lad Mitchell Vaughn from Team Dogface over at the Doghouse taking on the Texas Tornado. Archerverse World Television Championship on the line. Let's go.
Listen to how he references it. Yeah,
all right.
So before you go on, I'm going to make a statement here about comparing new to what's new to old. And I feel this is a legit conversation here. Here's the deal. Everyone's like, I want my Stone Cold back. I want The Rock. I compare them to The Rock. I compare them to Stone Cold. Okay, do you really want those old broken bastards, those old men coming in here and doing their thing at 50-something years old? Seriously, we don't. No one wants that. Enjoy what we got. Yes, there's comparisons or similarities. Sure, there always will be. Because people honor those who come before them. There will always be that.
Well, there's no reinventing the wheel anymore. Everybody rips off everybody. Pro wrestling is all about making things new again.
Exactly.
I'm not saying he's not making anything new again. What I was saying is there's no reminiscence of him and Stone Cold. I'm sorry, there's just not. What? The vest? Sorry, I just don't go there. But anyways.
You just gotta enjoy what you got. Like, okay, so you see a little bit of The Rock, and I'm good. Is he bad? You're not getting The Rock. You're getting LA Knight. Do you not like LA Knight? I mean, if you like The Rock, why not like LA Knight? Don't complain. You got something that's very similar to The Rock, modern day, and he can go. The Rock ain't showing the fuck up for you. Enjoy some LA Knight.
With that statement, sir, you're not wrong. None of these guys can hold a candle to The Rock or Austin. You're absolutely correct. That is true. That is a true statement. But if there's guys that can get there, it's people like LA Knight. They can. Will they get there? Who knows? But they're capable. But yeah, you're absolutely correct about that. There's nobody in today's show that compares to The Rock, Stone Cold. I mean, even other guys like Triple H, Shawn Michaels. We just don't have any guys like that right now, right? We don't have any guys like that right now.
I think Honeybee's getting it there. Yeah, I think Honeybee's understanding my argument. Just be happy with what you got. Are you entertained at the end of the night? If you are, fuck yeah, support it.
Yeah.
There's no reason to bitch.
Well, Bray Wyatt is just simply the best in the business right now. Flat out the best in the business.
You'd suck his cock.
I would. I mean, he's a multi-millionaire. If you got a chance to fuck Bray Wyatt, you fuck Bray Wyatt, and then you report it to TMZ, and off you go with your lawsuit. But anyway. But anyways.
Introducing the challenger from Birmingham.
All right, let's go.
Oh, I know what I was. Before I'm going to go right now because I don't want to miss this match. Because if it's anything like the last match that I'm not even really sure I think the primetime players just took the belts and ran. But I have to use the washroom. It's been a hot minute, so I'm going to grab a drink, use the facilities, and I will be right back, sir. I will let you continue your, what is an excellent conversation about some of our modern-day wrestlers versus past wrestlers. WWE has got the shit. Why do you think Vince wants to sell? Well, actually, WWE has been on the rise for many months, ratings-wise, financially-wise. The WWE stock rose big time. Vince's own stock rose, actually, which was even more interesting. So I don't know where you got that information from, but
WWE's been putting out good product month after month after month, and both them and AEW. AEW's been doing pretty solid too as well. So,
all right, I'll be back.
Watching both those companies put on solid entertainment in the last couple months has been real nice. Good wrestling all around.
This title defense begins, and it really is rolling.
Talk about good wrestling. We got Mitchell Vaughn against the Texas Tornado here. Let's go. Any Kerry Von Erich fans in here? Do we got Von Erich fans in here?
stop your opponent. Knees meet the face.
Great shows from
Or do you think it's better to
promotions
try and
lately.
escape the cage or focus on beating down the competition?
Indeed, Joe, indeed. I totally agree. I totally agree. I'm super happy with what we get offered to us, and I'm glad we can all enjoy it while it's here. All right. Speaking of good shit, I love how the Texas Tornado is just taking control of the match here. Put Mitchell Vaughn in his place.
Texas Tornado was a great wrestler.
Right into the cage. Here comes an atomic drop.
You like fans feel free to keep sharing your opinions, they matter. We argue everything here, that's what we do, and we have a damn good team. Skipping the Mitchell Vaughn wins. What do you think about MJF playing the Texas Tornado?
MJF playing the Texas Tornado. When was this? Did this happen, or did it happen on the Archers?
He's determined to make it to the top of the cage here, guys.
Because if it happened on AEW recently, I'm a little behind. I'm trying to catch up. I'm a little behind.
No, there's going to be a movie about the Von Erichs.
Really? Alright, I'm going to need to see a face-to-face comparison. Give me a moment here. He's playing Kiri?
Looking forward to the journey.
Sent flying. Turning the tables there. Oh, what a headbutt. And again. What we gonna see?
Now it is going to be interesting to watch.
Turned that one around. Oh, what a right. And some attitude behind it. And that's it. The champion is defeated.
What?
When you introduce the enclosure, everything is possible. What a match this was.
Here's your winner and new Alliance Wrestling
Energy face with tears
World
of joy.
Television Champion.
God damn it, interrupted my beverage seeking and, well, facility visiting.
New champion.
How dare he win the match in that fashion? Ghastly. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match and the first ever Crimson Lockdown match and new Archivers World Unified Television Champion from Team Dogface, representing the weapons of mass destruction, Fat Lad Mitchell Vaughn, your new champion. Congratulations to Team Dogface and Mitchell Vaughn. Big victory, regaining the championship. And here we go, folks. On to the co-main event of the evening.
Okay,
You know what I just-
MJF is playing in that movie. Yes, he is a role in that movie. He's not Kerry Von Erich, though.
You know what I realized? We didn't open the betting line for that match.
You wouldn't have had time, that it was so quick.
Well, that too. That too. So let's get the betting line open for the co-main event of the evening. We got 2 matches left of the evening, and they are going to be bangers. This, a rematch, well, of sorts. It's not a triple threat this time. It is 1v1, just the way Joe Lincoln wanted originally. And it is for the Archivers World Wrestling Championship. And it is, I believe, is it a best 2 out of 3 falls match? I'm trying to remember now. I believe it. No, sorry, it is an iron to gold matchup between Lincoln and Archer. Let's see if they can put on a banger like Honeybee and Claire did. Honeybee and Claire at Slamboree, 25 falls during their iron to gold match. It was an absolute phenom of a matchup, an instant classic, best match on the card. If you haven't seen Slamboree, that match alone is worth going and checking out. Honeybee put on an absolute instant classic, defeating Claire for the WCW World Women's Championship. It was absolutely fantastic. So, but anyways, let me get the betting line open. This is the co-main event. I apologize, by the way. I do apologize for not opening the betting line for the last match. I completely... I started the match, and I was just headed to the concession stands, and then off to the facilities, and then Mitchell Vaughn had to be an asshole and win the matchup when I wasn't finished. So, that said, I didn't remember anyway. So, really, I just wanted to call him an asshole. All right, let's see here. Here we go. So, who walks out? The Archerverse World Champion. It's going to be Joe Lincoln, the Phenom.
This is an interesting matchup.
From Team Joe Link.
Can you download Cause?
Or the one Elijah Archer. Representing TAV. 5 minutes to make your bets.
Yes.
And there we go. The betting lines are officially open.
Perform in the ring, or are you going to perform down the ramp for America's male top model?
Archer's Army welcomes you to join us on the
right.
Archerverse Discord to either promote your content or just to.
I love how the
join.
The text to speech just reads everything. It's too bad there wasn't a way to limit that, so it didn't read the stream elements messages. That can become tedious, I got to tell you. All right, so the betting lines are open. You got a little less than 5 minutes to make your bets on who you think is going to win this matchup. Is it going to be the one Elijah Archer in his second title defense? Or is it going to be the one Phenom Joe Lincoln from Team Joe Link? It is up to you. Bet your house, your car, your wife, whatever you want to bet. But put your Archerverse bucks where your mouths are and make a bet. Participate in that bet. But here we go. Since I have to pee, I'm getting things started right now. Hopefully I can be back before these gentlemen begin their battle. We all know that Elijah Archer has a cinematic entrance. I have time. I have time, damn it. All right. Christian Cool, are you ready for the co-main event of the evening? We lost Cool.
Where do we put
He's gone.
contracts?
Where'd he go? Somebody check the trash can. Here we go. Showtime and go time. Co-main event of the evening for the Archerverse World Wrestling Championship. And that's right, it is the co-main event of the evening. Wait until you see the main event. Let's go.
Wait, do you not hear me?
No, we didn't know.
Are.
Were you doing a silly cool? Did somebody redeem silly cool?
No. I made a joke. No one made. You didn't make any notice of the joke. I was like, oh, did he not hear me?
Okay. Anyways,
wait, Joe heard me. Heard me.
I will be right. I didn't hear anything. You completely blanked out on my end.
Join Discord.
But anyways, I shall be right back. And by the way, the elite ones for life would like a little information. So if somebody could help them out with that, I'd appreciate that. All right, I'll be back.
Discord. Archer's Army welcomes you to join us on the Archerverse Discord to either promote your content or just to chat and have a great time. Skipping the rest. YouTube. TAB on YouTube URL. The joke was the last we heard KO.
Okay. Well, I'm here.
So
hey, good to see you, Cone.
Together we will grow strong.
Always a pleasure to see you.
Remain strong by our constant support.
Always a pleasure to have Archer constantly walk away from his desk as well.
Cool, I'll check it out after this.
About to order the man a porta potty so he could just step right off the stage right there and just go in it at his leisure as often as he does, and then you just step right back out and join the broadcast.
If Judgment Day is going to SmackDown, who is going to Raw?
Judgment Day is going to SmackDown. Who's going to Raw? My guess, the Banger Brothers.
Type superstar and become a different superstar each day.
And the rest of the fight night. They've been on SmackDown a while. It would be nice to switch them and Drew McIntyre up. Have them go to fucking Raw. Bring all the Judgment Day.
Ready to write the champ's demise, but not me.
Oh, dude, it's great. It's a great name. I can't believe they don't want to say it on live TV. And I love how they actually acknowledge that they would get sued if they said it. We'll get sued.
Yeah, I read an article about that. To see a complete list of champions from each respective brand, simply type TAB, WCW.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, it's just kind of funny.
But didn't he cold call them?
No. He kind of referred to them as the Banger Brothers, but he didn't actually say the coin term Banger Bros.
And introducing the champion from the 5th Dimension.
Yeah, he worked around it.
Weighing in at 308 pounds, he is the World Wrestling Champion, the One.
I love how the entire show, Pat McAfee was like, Jesus Christ, what else happened while I was gone?
You can see it in the eyes of each individual. Only razor-sharp focus when this much is on the line.
That announce team is one of the best.
After plenty of hype and social media chatter,
Anything to get me more Pat McAfee, I'm all in. I love Pat McAfee in pro wrestling uniform. Just doing anything pro wrestling related, Pat McAfee's good stuff.
paying it right back with a reversal. First on the shoulders.
Pat and Cole have good chemistry.
Well, it helps when you're like best friends. Like, I'm surprised it took Michael Cole almost 25 years to find a best friend. Like, for fuck's sakes. You would have thought he made friends over time, but like Pat shows up and he's like hugging the man. He's like fucking almost kissing the man. Like, I've never seen Cole embrace anyone like that before that was considered a friend. Like, it took a very long time for him to find a best friend. And yeah, Corey's always a heel announcer. He always plays the heel color commentator.
The new jackpot number for a chance to win a channel redemption. Your choices: 669. The number to win a YTD championship match is 0.
Up and down, what a slam! And he said, "You're not getting me with that this time."
Crazy here is that Joe Lincoln don't give two fucks about Elijah Archer here. He wants to see red all over Elijah Archer's face.
The champ trying to roll.
Carmelo return? When did Carmelo return? Did I miss that? Maybe I spaced out a little bit in the Women's Rumble. It was kind of boring. Did she show up and then just like get thrown out? I have no idea. When did she return? Or did she return on Raw? Oh, Raw, okay. See, I haven't watched Raw yet, so I don't know. If you want my opinion, Carmella is nice eye candy. I never thought she was that great in the ring. I mean, she has the talent and the tools to be great, but like I don't know, she's missing something.
Boost up his levels of aggression at this point. Just carrying the opposition anywhere they want. Are you kidding me? He's taking. That could be it. Wasting no time getting his shoulder up.
Don't know how he can't get more than a 1 count at this point.
Shifts it back onto him.
Ooh, stiff punch.
Sliding back in from the floor now. German suplex. But
And Joe Lincoln taking Archer to town here.
Look out!
Archer gets bludgeoned by a few more of those, and I'm sure something's going to start leaking.
If Lincoln wins, it will be his first top heavyweight title win.
Well, the TAV heavyweight title is where it's at. Christian Hart's, held that title. He held that for a pretty pretty decent amount of time. Very prestigious title. Very, this is why everyone comes to the Archerverse to win that title. That title means everything. Anybody could just get a title in this universe. Am I not wrong?
Returned? All right. What were we talking about?
We're talking about how Lincoln will get his first TAV heavyweight title win if he wins this.
Oh, if he wins, yeah, this will be his first reign as world champion if he's able to defeat him, Well, how's the match been going so far?
0-0.
0-0. That good, eh? Well, this is good.
It's been back and forth, yeah. A little more on Joe Lincoln's side, of course, but
at this point during the women's Iron to Gold match, we probably had 5 falls apiece. It was crazy. Crazy. 25 falls in total.
This might pick one up.
Wow. Oh, dragon screw leg whip. Down goes the big man. Oh, look at this. Rolls him up, small package. Ghastly. Only got a 1 count?
You're a big guy.
The leg strength, that's what it is.
Now he wants to brag about his leg strength.
Archer walks right into a bionic elbow. What a dummy. Dummy. Yeah. Oh, nice Samoan drop. All right, so the Elite Ones for Life says Elijah will win. Well, it's definitely a possibility. I actually thought he was going to lose at Slamboree, and that didn't happen.
You know what's funny? I had a wrestling fan says he's going to follow me for as long as he can on Twitter and Twitch because he likes how I open my promos with LA Knight slang.
Nice.
I'm like, hey, you recognize it, yeah?
Tagging this outside. This could be good.
All right. So, anyways, did you have a favorite moment from the Royal Rumble match? We never did finish that conversation.
A favorite moment, man, when they threw Nia Jax out. That's too easy. Let's move on.
Good God.
Let me find a better moment. Too easy.
Yeah. Hey, to be fair, people did cheer. People did cheer. You weren't the only one.
Yes. You want my favorite moment?
Okay.
Jey Uso walking back to the back.
Yeah, that was a powerful moment, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's just done. He's done.
Oh. Lincoln with a reversal. What's with all the Samoan drops? That is definitely a favorite move for Joe Lincoln, apparently.
He is. It's like he can't lift Archer over his head. Fucking win.
Uh-oh. Archer's in trouble now.
I spoke a
You
little
spoke too soon. Last ride for Archer. That might be a pinfall right there. 1-0, Joe Lincoln.
He's hungry. He really wants that title, Archer.
He's never held that title before.
He never has. I told him how Christian Hart used to hold that title. It was awesome. Held it for a while. Represented the company.
He did.
Great.
Yeah. Was it that one or the WCW title? I forget.
Oh, it was the Archerverse title.
Was it? Yeah.
Yes.
How this match is still going on defies all reasoning. Strong. My goodness. No surprise that what we're witnessing is trending.
Yeah, Christian Hart was one of the first 4 people to hold it. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Hold on. Or at least first amongst the OGs, anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I think I beat B. Henry for it.
No, you beat Jared Jack, actually. You actually didn't win that title until, let's see. You're the 19th champion.
What? The actual Archerverse title dating back to 1.0, or are we not dating back that far?
Yeah, no, we dated back that far. It was, you beat B. Henry for the WCW title. That's the one you were thinking.
Oh, come on. No, there had to be. I had to have, no.
No, you didn't win the Archerverse title till more recent.
Damn it!
You can just see how much this title means, how much one is willing to go to.
Like I said, everybody have a title.
Hey, at least you knew who you beat for it.
Yeah, I know, right? I remember that.
Yeah, you remember that. It was a good match, too. That was a good match.
I also remember Christian Cage beating me for the fucking title. That pissed me off.
Yeah.
I immediately wanted a rematch.
Stomping down. The champ getting worked over here. Might want to walk it off or shake it off or do whatever he needs to do to get his head in the game here.
Yeah, I don't know. I think a favorite moment for the Rumble, probably. I still thought it was pretty cool that Rhea Ripley went coast to coast. I really do.
Oh, it was good. I mean, she deserved it. She earned it. She's been through, you know, probably more than some women had to deal with like, you know, forward momentum and then halting and then.
Oh!
Just
Lincoln kicks out of his own move.
Like, yeah, questionable booking. Yeah, you know, I'm glad that she's finally getting her due.
Yeah.
What? Actually, you want to know my second favorite thing I really liked?
Second favorite thing? Okay.
Asuka. The reveal of Asuka.
The reveal of Asuka, yeah.
Oh. She looked fucking like she was going to kill somebody. It was great.
Yeah, I've always been a big fan of Asuka.
What the hell is Archer doing?
I have no idea what that was about.
Wow! Wow!
Taking out the referee.
I didn't know you give your clients free reign to beat the ref up.
Apparently. I mean, he does associate with the Wolfpack.
You're getting a little bit of Severn in your daily, huh?
Little Severn.
Pretty soon you're going to be spouting that your Fire and Frog's hair.
Lincoln's held. Oh, I missed that. Hold on, I go back and see what Joe Lincoln said there. Yo, AMCB! Thank you for the lurk. We appreciate you. Sister Sassy Pants lurking. Joe Link said something about Lincoln held the TV title a lot and the tag title. Yeah, he did. He did. Well, he's got 8.5 minutes to complete his campaign. Oh, 2-1. It is 2-1.
He just keeps dealing. Thanks for coming.
God damn.
Is this an iron to gold match?
Going nowhere. Kiss your dreams. Good night.
3-1. It is an iron to gold match, yeah.
He didn't look an exit, but if it works, it works.
All right. Anyways, Almighty Exotic says, "Yikes!" Oh, Alabama slammer! Good God! Did you see Lincoln's head bounce off the floor?
Not what you want to see by any means.
A little bit.
Look, LeBron came back from.
He's gonna have a little bit of a headache. Look, LeBron came back from 3-1.
Did he just seriously make that comparison?
He
Wow.
did. He did. Definitely, Archer's definitely not LeBron James. Definitely not.
No, he couldn't even be J.R. Smith. Calm down.
And it is 4-1. Good God. Archer's just opening up a can right now.
Oh, fucking Joe understood the joke. He understood the joke.
Just about beheaded him there. What is with all the end of days? Is that Joe Lincoln's move? I forget because his move is the AKO. And yet he keeps beating Lincoln with an end of days. I'm confused.
I tried to tell you, don't worry.
The Language for Life says, I tried to tell y'all. Nobody listened to me.
I figured he'd get tired of taking his moves sooner or later.
Nice big back body drop there by Archer.
Just deadlifting right there. The power.
Oh, reminiscence of the British Bulldog there. Big power slam.
Some big trouble.
Archer going upstairs. Better be careful. Last time he did that. Yeah, see, I was just going to say, last time he did that, he misjudged and missed. Wow, 5-1. What is even happening right now with Joe Lincoln, Team Joe Link? Even tried to catch him in a... I mean, Lincoln did that to him earlier. See what I mean? Archer's copying Lincoln. I think he's using all of Lincoln's moves against him. I have not seen one AKO attempt this whole match. But I've seen a pile, including a last ride outside the ring, of Joe Lincoln's moves. Five to 2. Oh, kick right in the lips. Wow, big diving headbutt from Joe Lincoln.
And this is, well, it's not looking good.
And now Lincoln's going upstairs. Air Lincoln coming up. Taken to the skies is the Phenom. Archer's going to walk into another one. Or stagger. To be fair, he staggered into that one at least. And here he goes. He's getting set up again. Archer's going for a ride. Might be 5-3 here, guys. Yes, sir, 5-3. Oh, Archer rolls him up again. Wow, he got it. 6-3. That is ghastly. That is absolutely horrific. Archer's setting him up. And another end of days. He just keeps beating Lincoln with his own move. What is even happening right now? Joe Link, have you noticed he hasn't used any of his own moves in this match? Literally, he just keeps doing everything Lincoln does. But yet having more success with it, apparently.
I know, you know that kind of says a lot right there.
It's a little weird, but it's funny too.
It is very funny.
Oh, that was close to the no-no square. Oh, people, you know what? People need to start being fined for that shit. It is not funny to kick the no-no square. You don't have to kick a no-no square to hurt a no-no square. You don't have to punch a no-no square. You don't even have to flick a no-no square. You accidentally graze the no-no square, the no-no square can hurt. You know what I'm saying? Girly girl!
But what about a so-so square? Can we hit a so-so square?
Well, I mean, I hadn't given that much thought. But I mean, we can't judge. We cannot judge.
You're right.
So technically speaking, a so-so square, whatever that might be, it's not like you're just not hung very long there, so you just, you're just so-so.
I mean, you're just not sure if it's useful or if it's really what you wanted.
7-4. What are you up to, girly girl? Welcome in. You're just in the last couple minutes of the co-main event of the evening. We still have one huge match left. Tonight, the women of the Archerverse are going to main event the show. And it is a big matchup. We got Team Honeybee Wrestling and the Diamond B Jackson, a.k.a. Honeybee, looking to become the second ever in Archiver's history Triple Crown World Champion. Nice reversal by Joe Link right there. Judo throw.
Carefully measured rights. We got a cover.
Archer just fell right over there. I think he might be. Yeah, it is 7-5. Archer's wearing out here, folks. Oh, big knee to the midsection. He's got Archer busted open there above his right eye there. Looks like Joe Link is bleeding from his forehead. Minute and a half, 90 seconds remaining. It is 7-5. Oh, big elbow right in that open cut of Joe Lincoln's. And look at this. Archer's going to set him up for another Lincoln ride. Oh! Right on the unforgiving floor. He just keeps utilizing Joe Lincoln's moves against him. 8-5. Oh, slams him right into the ring. 60 seconds remaining. Today, girly girl is Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
I got Beth Phoenix, goddammit.
Oh, let's see if I can make you feel better.
Superstar.
I'm Ric Flair.
God damn it! I was hoping you were. It is not funny. I was hoping you were gonna. Not funny. Not funny. I was hoping you'd get like Ruby Soho. Something. Did you ever do your Tree of Knowledge of Rotten Fruit?
Okay, I'm done.
Did you ever do your Tree of Knowledge of Rotten Fruit?
No, fuck you.
What about your joke?
I said it earlier.
Oh, did you?
Didn't
Okay.
hear it.
And that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the Iron to Gold matchup, and still the Archiver's World Wrestling Champion, the one Elijah Archer.
Wrestling champion, the one, Elijah Archer.
Bleeding all over the place he is. Don't bleed on the belt.
Performance and win here tonight. I don't know
Gaslight.
if the battle scars were worth it, Cole, but I will say the one who did it to them.
All right, congratulations to Elijah Archer. Big title defense. Who got Kurt Angle? Honeybee Wrestling got Kurt. I got Beth fucking Phoenix. I mean, I like Beth Phoenix. Don't get me wrong, but 99% of the time I'm getting somebody from the female roster while everybody else is getting The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Kurt Angle. How dare all of you? All right, here we go. The main event of the evening. And I got to issue the payout from the last match, so just give me a moment while I do that.
Championship matches 0. I got Roman Reigns.
And there we go. 6,400 Archiver's bucks being distributed. Payout has been issued. And let's get the betting line for the main event of the evening. Rocking and rolling here. So who walks out Women's World Champion?
All right, I got all right, I'm gonna give you guys Fruit of Knowledge, Tree of Woe. What is it called? Jesus Christ.
Tree of Knowledge of Rotten Fruit.
There we go. There we go. All right.
All right, here we go. Betting lines are open. You got 5 minutes to make your bets. Who walks out the Women's World Champion? Is it going to be Honeybee or the She-Fiend? It is a best 2 out of 3 falls match. And if Honeybee manages to defeat the She-Fiend here tonight and complete her campaign, she becomes only the second person in Archiver's history to become a Triple Crown World Champion.
TAV.
Let's go!
TAV.
All right, go ahead, cool.
So, is it true? Would you think this is true? that being the wrestling fan and the ass kicker that I am, that during a birthday party, I would be, enjoying myself, giving an atomic wedgie to an unsuspecting friend while we were wrestling in the middle of the floor.
Think you would do that to somebody? Absolutely.
What are your thoughts, chat, that I would do that to an unsuspecting friend while we were all wrestling? Just atomic wedgie the shit out.
Byron, the title will be on the line here. You're right, Michael.
By the way, how rude. How dare you?
Heading into this match, likely to see a
if you don't dare, where do you go?
Fair indeed.
You are looking at a woman at the top of her game.
Come on.
I say
For that
that's
title.
true.
Joe Link says it's true.
Joe Link
Anybody
says
else?
true.
YouTube. TAB on YouTube, URL.
Come on, anybody else going to take up on this fruit of knowledge?
Nobody?
Nobody.
How dare all of you?
Indeed. Indeed.
All right, here we go. She-Fiend making her way to the ring. Well, She-Fiend is she's one of the most feared women on the roster and definitely a formidable champion. But I don't know, I think Honeybee's she's just got that hunger. She's got that fire and desire right now. She's already a double champion. She wants to make history. I'm going to have to go with Honeybee on this one.
I never bet against She-Fiend, so.
I try not to, but just in this instance.
I've learned to know better. And it was false. I was
False?
the one that got the atomic wedgie.
Oh, you got the atomic
and I was
wedgie.
the
Well,
unsuspecting
that's an even
friend.
better story. I like that.
Yes. It was a sleepover. You know, some people ended up getting shaving cream in
Oh,
the face.
that's
and
cute.
shit
You
like
had a
that.
sleepover?
Huge title
No,
match
my
coming
buddy
up.
did.
And a huge
I ended up getting
But you
the
were
atomic
there.
wedgie
You
in the-
attended
in
said
the middle of the
sleepover,
living
yeah?
room floor. That was rough. My underwear totally ripped.
They wanted to see how cool your ass was.
Oh my god, it hurt like hell. I was so glad it ripped when it did.
120 to
Good
bet.
lord. Yeah. I only ever got one of those in life, but yeah, it does not feel good
No.
at all. It doesn't. And when you're right, when that underwear finally rips, it is like relief. I mean,
Yeah,
you're
it
thinking,
wasn't
God damn it, you ripped my underwear, but you're thinking, oh yeah, that feels better.
Yes. Yeah. He almost put it on my head before it ripped.
Ew. I mean, you gotta stiff your own Hershey Highway at that point. That is disgusting.
Yeah, it was a jerk. He was like a couple years older than the rest of us. It was fucking annoying.
He was bullying
Bigger.
her.
Yeah, you big bully. I don't like that.
He was a cool bully.
Wow. I did put shaving cream on his hand and he fucking ate some, so. You know.
Ew, yeah, I've done that to people. It's a fun game.
Well, everyone made sure to let him know it was me.
Introducing
Oh,
the
I got the
challenger
wedgie.
from Birmingham, England. The
From Birmingham, England,
Jackson.
Honeybee! From Team Honeybee Wrestling!
Introducing the champion.
Superstars return. Names to become
Darkest
Joe Link
someone
says,
for the day.
She's the
a minute and 20 left to bet.
Superstar and become a different superstar each day. You with skipping the rest. What's the rules to pass?
Desire and resolve will be tested tonight, all for the right to claim.
The first rule to cause is we don't discuss cause during a show.
That is accurate.
No offense. At least we try not to.
Ladies and gentlemen, we could possibly see the title change hands and a new champion crowned here tonight. Don't you think
Honeybee off to a quick start.
The champ is the champ for a reason. That doesn't suddenly change. Got the leg and drops the elbow.
Ooh, look at this. Honeybee going upstairs. Yo, big diving elbow drop right to the chesticles.
Penny predicament, and she kicks out.
Wow, kicked out at one.
This match to go for the pin.
Only a one count from a diving elbow like that. The She-Fiend is a savage. A savage, I say.
Wherever she wants it. And she is just not giving her any room to breathe.
Joe Link says, did you do the hand in the warm water prank? Yeah, I did that to a couple people.
He has reached a new level when superstars collide in his combat zone.
Oh, that was a crotch shot. Did you see that? No, that was ghastly.
Use everything in your
That was
vicinity
awful.
as a weapon.
That was a direct blow right to the no-no square.
Any means. The more damage you
Damn him.
This is all about total destruction. Nothing is off limits.
Oh, big shot right in the liver. Man, Honeybee's just quicker to the punch tonight.
She's sent to the outside.
She-Fiend's trying to rely too much on her power, and Honeybee's using her head and using that quick agility of hers. Gator rolled She-Fiend on top. Now, that's something you don't want to happen. You do not want She-Fiend on top of you, mounting you with punches.
Look at this straight.
Wow, big scoop power slam by the She-Fiend. And
Smart attacking the arm.
see, that had to hurt too. Got stunned. Her chesticles went right into the floor. I mean, there's no way that felt good. She-Fiend tying Honeybee into a pretzel here. Oh, kicked her right in the hiney. Right in the buttocks. In the arse. In the ass. In the rear end. The caboose. The trunk. Have I gone too far?
Maybe.
Okay.
We've lost the lights and
Oh! What the hell? Yo! And the ref says nothing. The ref's doing. Look, he's bewildered himself, though. To be fair, that is cheating. That right there is cheating, ladies and gentlemen. And for her efforts, a boot right in the face. And look at this, Honeybee stalking She-Fiend down. Oh! Wing Clipper DDT. Rolls her up. 1-0 Honeybee. 1-0 Honeybee. Oh, misses the running knee right to the face. She-Fiend retaliates and tosses her right over that top rope. She's got a submission locked in here. Honeybee's in trouble. Snuck out the back door, though. Nice. The evasion or reversal there. She-Fiend went for a quick lockup. Beautiful transition by Honeybee. Takes She-Fiend down. And Honeybee's going right back to work on the She-Fiend here. I imagine right about now, Honeybee Wrestling is biting every one of her fucking fingernails off, holding her breath, sweating like a stuck pig. And whoa! Holy shitballs! Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all. The winner of the best 2 out of 3 falls match and new Archivers Women's World Champion and the newest Triple Crown champion on the block. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, for those that weren't here earlier, I will remind you, only the second person in Archivers history to become a Triple Crown World Champion
Oh wow.
From Team Honeybee Wrestling, representing Team Dogface, the Diamond B. Jackson, a.k.a. Honeybee, is your new Triple Crown World Champion! Congratulations, Honeybee and Team Honeybee Wrestling. Wow! Triple Crown Champion, Honeybee, the victor. What a night. What a main event. Congratulations. We'll see you tomorrow night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our second of 3 nights of post-Slamboree Fallout, when we have our WCW European Wrestling Championship Tournament, when we unify the new European Championship belt with the TNT Championship belt. The champion is in the tournament, and we'll be competing to try and win that belt as well. So it is going to be a banger of a tournament, and we're going to have ourselves one hell of a tone-setting match for the evening as well. So don't miss a single solitary minute of action. Make sure you've got the Archivers followed. If you're new, just lurking, slam that follow button, smash it. You don't want to miss a single solitary episode of the late night place to be, in the most must-see show on Twitch TV. And don't forget, we are also the most must-see show on YouTube TV, and the very best in fantasy wrestling excellence, bar none, period. But it is time to invade. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Get the fuck out.
So Honeybee Wrestling. Together we will grow strong, and our communities will work.